All right. Last time we left off, uh, the dinosaur rampage bursting out of like a glass kind of wall leading out of the museum area out into the hillside that this museum's connected to. And Sinclair is just on the back of this thing as it just speeds down, dust and dirt kicking up behind it. It starts to weave through some trees, which makes it slow down enough for Sinclair to jump off. And you just hear the loud sound of like cicadas and frogs, and you look around and you're under a group of ferns that are taller than you. And you look up and you see this kind of high canopy above you. Not really much kind of middle story, just kind of that upper canopy and the ferns underneath you, or the ferns kind of towering above you. Sorry. You just start making your way back. I need you to make a, I don't know, what do you want to do? You want to stealth check? You want to start moving back, or do you want to kind of get your bearings, look around, see what's going on? And you are muted.
Sure was. Good catch on that. Real quick, I would like to stealthily get my bearings so I can figure out maybe the right direction from the stars.
Love it.
That'll take me to town or something.
Now the first stars are starting to pop through. You see some daytime stars. You know, it's kind of like, I don't know, right here in the East Coast, you know, you can start to see, you know, just a star or two kind of hanging out right now. Go ahead and roll a perception check for me.
Right. Oh, I'm not in roll 20. Let's see. We'll just do it right here. Perception +6. Yes, roll. That's a 25 to perceive.
With a 25, I think you hear a hum in kind of like a little bit of a crackle that doesn't sound natural. It doesn't sound like one of the like the cicada sounds or the sound of like the humming of any animal. It's kind of a zzz, too consistent. You kind of walk over to that area. It's nearby you. You kind of move through a little bit of brush to get there, and you see kind of a fence line as a concrete base, probably about 1.5 feet tall, and then this just super tall fence. I want to say like 30 feet high. Just kind of gates along, often like a cut direction through the trees.
Does this look like the exterior fence, or is this just like a separation of maybe pens?
Yeah,
like big territories or something.
You don't really see like an open on the other side, like
road. Oh, it's just woods.
See, like, a separated jungle.
Right. So, okay. So Matt, I'm either in a safe place about to go into a dangerous place, or I'm in a dangerous place going to either variety of those things. Yeah, so I think I'm just going to Misty Step my way through the gate.
Okay.
And immediately begin to cast Find Steed, which will make Murray dissipate wherever he's at. Maybe him and Ko are palling around, and he just disappears in front of his face. But yeah, I'll just try to get just a quick dino, just a quick like maybe ostrich-sized dinosaur.
Sweet.
Or slightly bigger than that, whatever makes sense.
Yeah. So what you pop to the other side of this fence. You hear a humming and kind of a little cracking in the distance. This fence looks like it's a thin fence. It's wired up, and it looks like it's still a good defense system. So it's best not to touch it. You pop in on the other side. You call Murray. What does Murray look like in dino form? Size.
Yeah, I think he's gonna be a super like a ground bird, but also has like lizard, like a half lizard, half. It's a dinosaur lizard, but it's got tons of plumage.
Okay, cool.
Lots of feathers all over. It's
cool.
It's tail feathers and whatnot.
Sweet. I'm thinking of like that thing in like Revenge of the Sith that Obi-Wan Kenobi rides around, but like smaller.
I only saw that once.
Oh gosh, what a classic.
I made it a point to watch all three a couple years ago, but I don't remember that one, unfortunately.
Okay. Well, anyway, you got a dope ass dinosaur. Go ahead and make a stealth check with disadvantage now.
Of course. Do roll 20 load? Not yet. Roll 20 is almost loaded.
Murray's body is big enough to kind of crest you over the ferns that you're in, so you can kind of see. You got a better vantage point through this canopy, or through this this layer of ferns and everything. But above you is kind of a shaded canopy. It's hard to see stars in anymore. But you have like a wide view. The only thing kind of obstructing it are just like pillars of trees around you.
Well, obstruction or not, I got a 2 with disadvantage, bringing it to a 9 for stealth.
Yeah. It starts to move through these ferns, and you just cracking, snapping twigs. You know, Murray, this might be Murray's first time as a dinosaur, or I don't know. Is this his first time in the jungle?
Honestly, I think it's not even Murray. I think it's another spirit.
Ooh, okay.
I haven't. Murray's the only one I've summoned for the most part. So this is an entirely new process for Sinclair as well.
Oh, okay. Then I would say that this dinosaur is more chicken than it is.
Okay. Yeah.
You know what I mean?
High stepping.
Yeah. But you have a smooth ride, and you can see most things coming from where you're at.
Excellent. I like that.
Okay. Where do you travel out in relation to the fence? Imagine the fence is east to west, equator behind you.
I'm really just I'm either trying to get just in a straight beeline direction towards where town would have been, because I don't have any. That's the only reference point I think I really have besides anything else. Okay. So.
Yeah, so you just start following the stars, making your way down kind of the side of this hill. You know, you're going back down. You know that there's it's probably not in the fastest direction to get to Newcraft, the facility or something, but you're just traveling down. And what's nice is that there's a little bit of light in the distance, so it looks like the trees open up a little bit down in that direction. Start moving downhill. As you get closer and closer, I need for you to make a dexterity saving throw. As all of a sudden, right out of the fern, something jumps up onto you.
Come on. Just roll the dice. +7. I got a 15. So 22 dex save.
Okay. You are kicked off of your dinosaur. This beast with sharp claws reaches up, pierces through your skin, and knocks you down to the ground. You're in the ferns tussling around with it. It's hard to see. I need you do not get knocked prone.
Great.
Managed to find your footing, but in the attack, it got sneak attack on you. Let me roll some dice over here and pull up a map.
Sneaky fucking dinosaurs.
Yeah. And do I have a good dinosaur token ready? No, I don't have a good dinosaur token ready.
Of course not.
Wish I did.
It's fine.
We type in dinosaur token.
They come up pretty quick. I think this is Roll20 still on the where we fought the catfish that one time, Hadal.
Yep. I see that. Trying to find a good token. Okay. Well, while I'm doing that, let me just try to change the map at least to something. We're gonna do a little theater of the mind.
That's fine.
Welcome to the open ocean.
Oh shit.
Okay. The clouds are trees. And
there's a clearing. Okay.
Just imagine all the blue is ferns and stuff like that. So you're gonna kind of be in the main section right there. I'm gonna give you control. So not much to hide around. I'm gonna give you I don't. Do I have a Murray token? I should. Do I have it pulled up? No. Are you gonna get what I got? You're gonna get what I got, and I'm gonna give you. I'm gonna give you Hadal as a water dude to be your Murray thing.
Okay, and we were separated, so basically I got tackled off the dinosaur by a sneak attack dinosaur.
Yeah, I imagined him to be. I imagine the Murray thing about that size, and the dinosaur token. Boy, I hate going to Pinterest. Pinterest never gives you a actual image. It's just like I don't fucking Pinterest. Okay. Anyway, this dinosaur is, I would say, Velociraptor in shape. It's covered in feathers. It's got these long black claws, but it looks a little smaller. And it's got like a large beakish mouth, but it has teeth coming out of it, and it's got like a shock of feathers, kind of like hanging down from the back of its neck that kind of frill up a little bit. It gets closer and closer to you. I need you to take.
Yeah.
I only meant to roll 2d8. You're going to take 8 points of damage.
Okay.
Now go ahead and roll that good old initiative for us.
Mm.
1, baby.
+4. Huh, a 1. I got a 19.
19. Okay, you're gonna beat this bad boy. Okay, what do you want to do first?
Was it leaving my range? Was it running off?
No, it knocked you down and has you kind of kicked yourself away from it and have sprawled out of it. I am pulling it up onto the screen.
Hudson knows never fight velociraptors because there's one just gonna tackle you from the side, but I don't think Sinclair knows that. So he's just gonna run up and try to bash him.
Okay.
Give it the old stab with my rapier, and maybe in the same movement try to jump on Murray's back, or the new guy's name, in case. Well, no, I don't know that. I'm still trying to. It's dinosaurs. I'm trying to get the fuck out of there. So I'm gonna stab, and try to jump onto my dinosaur's back. So I'm gonna roll 2d20s and add 8. Okay, does a 12 hit?
12 does not hit.
Excellent, but a 27 does. So I go into poke, and it just like darts around, and I do like a spin, and poke him that way. And I'm gonna have to smite him just with a level 1 smite. Maybe try to scare him.
Okay.
Scare him off. Balls.
Oh.
Oofa doofa. Lowest roll possible. So he's gonna take 10. Nope. 7 poke damage, and one of it is radiant.
Okay. Sweet. Okay. You poke him. You run away from him. He looks unfazed by your poke.
Weak poke.
Now you get back on Murray, and he's going. Are you going to get out of his range?
Hopefully, just kind of pick a direction and just kind of trot along.
Okay, just trot along. Nothing to see here. Leave me alone.
Nothing to see here. Yeah, I'm just trying to misty step through another fucking fence.
Okay. He straight. Okay, he's gonna take a bite attack on you.
Ow.
As you leave, this is the opportunity attack. That was a D12. That's the D20. They're both low. He misses. He kind of bites at you and kind of is curiously following you now as you kind of trot along, kind of keeping close to you. It's its turn now. That was the opportunity attack. It's going to kind of reach out with its claw and try to just investigate this thing by clawing at you. So, 16?
16 probably hits
It's 16 plus 6.
The horse stats. Oh, yeah, that's definitely going to hit whatever animal this is.
Okay. It's going to do 6 points of damage to the Murray animal.
Okay, if we're just using the same stats as the warhorse, that'll put him at 13 HP.
Okay, cool.
Left. His AC is only 11 as a warhorse, so I'm assuming it'll be the same as this. So
yeah. Okay. So I'm just gonna put you down there. Yeah. Now it's just kind of curiously following you, and kind of stepping along, kind of waiting for your reaction to something.
Excellent. So it's my turn.
It's your turn.
Great. I think as a bonus action. Wait, let me make sure I don't run out of spells and can't Misty Step. Is this? Yes, it's a first level spell. I'm going to cast Expeditious Retreat on myself, which actually I think is cast onto Remy automatically because we share stuff like that, unless it's just HP. But whatever. And we'll just spend our entire action economy just dashing to
okay. What
to
is
the right
your
gate, hopefully.
dash?
So Murray's speed is 60. So if he can bonus action dash, then it'd be like 120. Yeah, let me look at that.
He can choose
real
his
quick.
action to dash.
Yeah, he'll use his action to dash, but if what I'm thinking happens, we can both. He can also bonus action dash.
With Expeditious Retreat, you can do or him as your steed.
As my steed, yeah. Let's see, I've got it pulled up almost.
Because this thing's got movement of 60 feet as well.
Okay, yeah, so while mounted on your steed, you can make any spell you cast that targets only you, also target your steed. So I can, like, double dash.
Okay, so that's what Expeditious Retreat does? Does it add any distance to you?
No, it just lets you dash as a bonus action, so I'm pretty sure I can move, action dash, and bonus action dash. So Murray can go like 180 feet just dashing his whole shit.
Okay, well, dang. Yeah, that's a lot. I've never thought about using...
Yeah, he's super fast.
Both your action. So can rogues do that too? Can rogues?
Yeah, if they want to run 90 feet,
they can
in
run
6
90
seconds.
Feet, huh?
They can do just that. Yeah, they can only do that for the most part.
I've never heard anybody do that on their.
It's pretty It's like you never need it, but when you do, like, it's good to have.
How often do you have nothing but space to cover? You know.
Yeah.
Okay. Cool. Yeah. So yeah, you quickly outpace him. You start stripping away towards the clearing, and you break the underbrush and out into a wide field. And off in the distance, up the hill a little bit, it's kind of like a bare hill. You see, you came out of a tree line that kind of sticks out, kind of like a finger of trees. But now you see in the distance, kind of rocky cliffs above. But below that, you see just like small herds in the distance. You know, like maybe like 7 stegosaurus kind of walking across like one of the fields, and you look down in the distance and you can see kind of the haze in the distance, and in that haze you can see the buildings of Theed. There's another fence line that comes up to that area, but it's all the way downhill. But if you keep at this pace and you just keep booking down there, it's going to
I'm assuming this is the last fence line.
Yeah.
Okay, great, because I've only got one Misty Step left.
Yeah, you get down to the edge. It is a larger fence area, you know, so there's like a fence, and then there's like a secondary fence that's a little deeper than like an interior fence might be. How long of a range is your Misty Step?
30 feet.
Okay, I think it'll probably take, man, here's the question. Misty
Yeah.
Easy spell.
Mm-hmm.
You know, do they want just any old, you know, level 3 spell?
Exactly.
Is it a level 3 or is it a level 2?
It's a level 2 spell. Yeah. It's a bonus action level 2 spell. Everybody's got it.
Have it a little beefier than what a level 2 spell might be able to get through. So I'll say that you make it onto the interior fence line. It's it's a tall fence, probably 30 feet.
Mm-hmm.
But you're in kind of like in a prison fence, you know. You have that like walkway in between. You ever see The Walking Dead?
Yeah, of course. Yeah.
Prison, and they're just in the middle section, and they're just like, you're in that kind of neutral zone.
So I teleported out of the enclosure and into the access road.
Yeah.
Okay.
Maintenance road kind of thing going on.
You know, I think while I'm thinking, I'm just gonna walk up either left or right and maybe find a maintenance man or something like that.
Oh, you're just gonna look for,
or like a security guard. I guess I could climb it. I'm just afraid to touch it from what I know about the Jurassic Park franchises.
There's not electricity in this world.
I don't know. There was hums and stuff earlier.
Lightning bolts and magics.
Yeah, there's all kind. You know, there's runic ring valves and.
What would you rename electricity if you had a chance?
Lightning.
No, dude, boo.
Sparkane.
It's Sparkane.
Sparkane.
It's pretty fucking cool. Sparkanical, you know, machinations.
That's what would it be called?
That's very good. Yeah, I think. I mean, I've never seen electrified stuff, so.
Sparkane. You've heard of Sparkane.
I made it through all those things, so I might as well. What is the exterior fence made out of? Is it like a chain link style, or is it like?
Yeah, it's chain link style. You could definitely climb it.
Cool. Yeah, I'm just gonna try to climb it. Let's see what happens.
All right, baby.
Did you get disadvantage for the brace? Disadvantage for the brace?
What'd you do to your hand?
So I have this neat thing that happens in my life. I get these. They're called.
There's a jerk off accident.
It's some kind of it's a textbook whack off problems. But no, I will develop like a cyst right here. That'll just like at first I got it from like striping a parking lot at my old job, just doing the same repetitive thing over and over and over again. And like sometimes there'll be a little bubble that'll form, and I'll just like, and like I'll feel this little nastiness. But I've got one like here, which is a new spot that I couldn't move my hand last night. Like I couldn't sleep last night. It was super weird. I had to go to CVS and pick this up at like 5 a.m.
What the hell?
Hey.
Weird, man. I don't know. It's a real pain.
How long did this last for?
It really just depends. Like one time I couldn't throw a frisbee for like 2 months, and I was like big into frisbee golf, so it kind of really took a sting off that. But yeah, it's just a nuisance thing. I think I'll just be severely arthritic when I'm older. I think is the play from here. But
What a great attitude you have.
I mean, you know, what can you do? They're called Bible beaters because they'll get like this big, and they used to cure it by just like putting your hand down and smacking you with a textbook.
Did you try?
Yeah. No, I haven't tried that. I went to the doctor the first time. It cost like $400 just for a guy to go confirm everything that I learned on Google.
They probably just use an anatomy book. If they use the Bible.
Yeah. There's issues there. Yeah, I get it. But yeah, so prayer requests.
Oh.
Got a bum wrist.
Oh no, is Jake just puking in the background somewhere? Because of this.
Just imagine somebody's busting your
No, he's just practicing. He's practicing roars. He's not throwing up. He's practicing dinosaur roars.
Oh, okay. He didn't mute himself. That's weird. Are they called dinosaurs in this world too, or
I think so.
Or are they called
Primal lizards.
primal lizards? Is cool.
lizard beasts.
I think dinosaurs originally stood for like thundering lizards or something like that.
Maybe that sounds familiar. Yeah, like a thunder lizard.
Yeah, thunder lizard.
The terrible lizard king. Tyrannosaurus Rex.
Like a Koopa or something.
Mm-hmm.
I think I'm getting nodding from Roxana, so I'm going to say yes.
Confirmed.
Terrible lizard king. Maybe they're called terrible lizard kings here.
Tyrannosaurus.
Yeah.
Saurus means lizard.
Surely.
Rex means king. So
Let's focus, gang. Let's focus. Isn't what's his name?
Deep lore that we're trying to solve here. Okay.
Yeah.
Go look for a maintenance man.
Yeah. No, I mean, yeah, I'll do that for about 5 minutes, and then if I don't find anybody, I'll just try to climb it, and we'll see if I get
roll
shocked.
A perception check for me.
Okay. When it's not my turn, I'm gonna set up the dice cam.
Oh yeah.
Okay. I think that's an 18. Yes. It's a 16, in fact. It's a 16.
Okay. I'll say that you keep going. You head back in the direction towards the new craft facility, even though it's kind of away from the town. You're hoping to find maybe a maintenance person probably closer to the facility.
Somebody on a Jeep, gas-powered Jeep.
Yeah.
It's Pterosaur.
When you come across what looks like a break in the fence.
Yes, I was hoping you were saying that. And obviously, it's the fence leading to the dinosaurs, not leading outside, correct?
No, there's a break outside to the outside fence.
Oh, so, okay. Does it look like a double break, like they got through?
It does not look like a double break, but it looks like somebody has in the past and closed it to make it look like there's not a break, but has cut the fence and kind of
right
got into a certain area.
Okay. Do I see
next to a pole, right? And they've kind of cut a section out, and they kind of have something just sitting over it that looks a little bit like stiff fence, but
there's a
from
hole
a
there.
close inspection, you can see that there has been a hole cut out of this fence and been they've set another false fence over it.
Well, that's good news for me, but can I? This is probably investigation or survival, but I'm looking to see if there's any evidence of when this happened, either by footprints or maybe part of someone's clothes got stuck on the fence.
Roll maybe an investigation check of just the area.
I'm very bad at these, so come on, dice. What you got, dice? It's a 10, middling.
Okay. You
passive
notice that there is a trail. Like if you were driving by in a Jeep, you would probably miss this if you weren't really looking. It's just miles of fence line out here, and it's just one small spot. You might miss it. But when you're walking on foot, you can clearly see it. And you looking around in the area, you can see that there's a pretty It's a pretty sizable hole. You know, it just has like a thin kind of wire around it to keep it up. So it looks like it blends in really well, but it's kind of a larger hole that you could get something in and out of. And you can kind of push it over, and you can see that there is like a, not completely overgrown, but a worn trail that kind of leads through some high brush to this area.
Worn trail. These are just footprints.
Yeah, imagine on the other side of the fence line is like sage, right? You ever see like sage plants that are kind of like, you know, up to your hips maybe? But you can kind of see a trail kind of winding through them.
Okay, but it doesn't look like someone's been leading a triceratops out of here, or like.
No, but it looks like somebody's
awakened.
been coming in and out of this area regularly.
Okay, cool. I'm going to go through the patch job.
Yeah.
And try not to disturb it.
You kind of like take a stick and you just kind of push it over, and it's just kind of like it just falls down on the other side. And you kind of just walk out. You hear the hum kind of do the, you know, whip over your head as you walk through the fence. Do you put the fencing back up, or do you just go
Yes,
away?
I do. I do put the fencing back up.
Yeah. You put the fence back up.
And I think I want to hide in the sage.
Oh, you're gonna hide and wait to see if
Yeah,
somebody.
maybe I'll like I'll camp out for the night.
Okay.
And like I will sleep, but I'm gonna try to like stay up and then figure out when, you know, and try to be extra
sweet. All
extra
right.
observant, I guess. Yeah.
Then we'll get back to you.
Yeah.
As you start to look around in the sage and start to kind of find a spot just to kind of see what's going on for the night.
Can I make a stealth check real quick?
Absolutely. Let's see how
just to lock that one in before. Fuck, where is it? Before we move to somewhere else. Come on. I critted. There we go. It's a 27.
Yeah.
I did a good one, guys.
Excellent. You're like a sage otter. Just blend in with your environment out here on the high desert. And you can see the lights of Theed in the distance. You can see that the trail, not Theed, sorry, of Cobus proper. You can see the trail leading off to Cobus into the direction of the civilization. You're still a few miles off, even though you can see it in the distance, right?
Great.
But you're going to be spending a night underneath the stars out here. Meanwhile, what's Hadal up to?
I think Hadal would be a little concerned about Sinclair, and I think maybe our original intent would have been to wait for him outside, but since we've got those pieces and they're really big, then I think I'd probably just maybe holler at him through the shell phone and just like check his status and make sure that he's good. And if he is good, like I could because I think we need to get these things, you know, we're hot right now. We just stole these large, difficult to conceal pieces, and we're carrying them in the open away from like a pretty serious sort of accident scene.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, you just had the bleeding professor. You just handed the professor off to the emergency services. And now you're walking away from the Newcraft facility. You're on a vehicle, some sort of rig that drives across on wheels, taking large groups of people back. I think of like a barge on wheels, and it's kind of just, you know, a large platform moving away from the facility in an emergency event.
Did you just now make automobiles in this fantasy universe?
You had a war rig.
Oh, okay, but they were okay. That was so far away. I just wasn't sure.
Yeah.
Also,
No.
Those were the shitty parts that came down from up north.
Yeah.
That's all you get down in the Malpai.
Yeah.
The hand-me-downs.
I don't know. If we had these like stolen goods, I don't know if I would have gone on the barge with everyone else.
Maybe you guys are hiking back.
It's like the public, and we're just like sitting in the
Get on the
seat.
bus.
Yeah. Okay.
These priceless diamonds.
Good
Putting
point.
it in your
You're in
shirt.
the woods, looking at the Newcraft facility, and knowing that you have a few miles travel to go.
Was there an opportunity to grab like I don't know, like a bag or something to like stash these in?
I'll say that you are on the perimeter of the facility right now. You're kind of hanging out. Imagine there's like a tree line, and then it opens up into kind of a campus area. You guys are kind of in the woods of the campus. You know, you don't really, nobody's in there. There's so much else going on from the facility that like people are very busy with what's going on over there. You guys are in the distance. You can see everything. You can see buildings, offices, and in the distance, you can see the educational facility.
I really just want a way to conceal these things so that we can take the public bus.
Your magic. Do some magic.
Okay.
I mean,
Both y'all are magic. Val, do you have a bag of holding?
I do not. I could make one maybe someday, but is it really such a big deal to walk from here? Didn't we walked here?
You rode a dinosaur here. It was awesome.
When did you guys ride all these dinosaurs?
Dino buses. We found dino buses when you were gone, I think.
I was in no mood to plan out anything last week, so I just started getting wild and crazy.
There's
over here.
cars. You took a light rail.
Yeah.
All right. Well, I'm just gonna go ahead. No, that's not gonna work.
There's a whole campus around. There are smaller vehicles. There's smaller dinosaurs. There's crates. There's pallet jacks. There's buildings you can go into and see what they got in there.
Yeah, I'm gonna just go look for a fucking backpack or whatever I can fit these things.
Okay, you want to look for a backpack. Okay.
Yeah.
Roll a perception check.
Okay.
You think the way he said that means you're gonna fail?
Well, I don't know. I don't know. To me, it made the least sense to ride the public bus with my stolen goods.
What about the public dino?
It is like 25 or something. Plus, what was it? 8 or something? 24.
Yeah, you leave Val and the ring valves back in the woods. You kind of walk around the campus a little bit. You see what looks like a grad student sitting there at a table with he's got a couple of books in front of him, and he looks like he's writing something down. He's listening to some rhythm and blues kind of music. He's got a short beard, short hair, a higher forehead than he wants, but he still looks good. And he's got, importantly, a large backpack behind him.
Okay.
With a few books and notebooks still in it. But it looks like it might be big enough for your job.
Yeah, can I try to take it, but like leave his shit on the ground where the backpack was without him noticing?
So you want to pick up his backpack and then like take the stuff out?
Yeah.
The backpack here, you're like sneakily just like, you know. He's got a couple of pens in the front pocket, you know.
That shit. You're not writing shit down.
There's pens.
Yeah.
But you know his books. That's fucking expensive.
Yeah. Yeah. Go ahead and make a sleight of hand check.
Oh, dog.
The DC's pretty high on this since you want to take all the stuff out.
Well,
you could just take the bag for a lower DC, but if you want to leave him all the stuff.
Why don't you take the bag and then just drop the stuff out at your leisure nearby?
Yeah, I'll just do that. I'll just drop the shit further away.
Okay.
And leave a note.
Andy Dufresne.
You're not leaving a note?
Why would I leave a note?
Just be like, hey.
17.
This looks like your shit. It is.
All right. Yeah.
This
you walk by.
That says, if this looks like your shit, it's because it is.
Yeah.
Have it.
Yeah, I took your backpack and took your shit. Know that the world is, you know.
I feel like he'll come to that conclusion on his own when he finds his shit and knows he doesn't find his backpack.
Maybe he'll think that he never had a backpack at all, and then just be questioning shit.
Well, that's fine.
Yeah, you pick up the backpack and you go kind of into kind of a behind what looks like some sort of campus building. You kind of round the corner. You're there with this backpack and you just start taking out. a few notebooks that look open with a few sticky notes on them. You find a couple of like strange devices that look like they're for measuring. A few textbooks on ecology, and just kind of start setting it all out there on the ground. And you get the backpack, you put it on, it feels pretty empty, and you have all of this stuff. Now what do you want to do?
I want to put the stuff in the backpack.
You want to put the ring valves in the backpack, or the stuff he's got out of the backpack?
Not that. I want to put our stolen goods in the backpack.
Do you leave his stuff just somewhere else?
Yeah.
With a note.
Right, just right there on the ground.
He can't see you from where he's at.
I just don't want it. I don't want to steal it.
Okay, I just want to make sure that you're just leaving it in a random spot somewhere.
Yeah, that's it. I just want him to find it, and if he doesn't, I don't care. I did the best I could.
Mm-hmm. Okay. We go ahead and make a. No, yeah, you're fine. You managed to get back. There's so much going on. You don't have to make a stealth check. You don't have to sneak anywhere. You steal this guy's backpack and you get back to the tree line on the edge of campus, and you guys start loading it up. And now you got a backpack with the ring valves in it. Is there anything else you guys need to do before you leave the new craft campus?
Yeah, if it is impossible to walk back from here, then I will try to find
it's definitely possible. There's spaces where it's like open sagebrush. You know, you're not really hiding, so people are going to be like, what are those people doing hiking back, you know? You might get a few people stop and offer you rides. But it's not, you know, impossible to walk back. Think about like, you know, it's like a 5-mile hike or something like that back to.
I mean, I basically just went and got this backpack so we could ride the bus.
Oh.
I mean,
in that time, the bus it left.
Well, I assume there would be more than one. Also, though, I want to contact Sinclair and like ask him if he's okay and if we should wait and stuff.
Yeah, it's around this time that the timelines meet up. Feel free to have your cell phone conversation or your cell phone.
Sinclair, this is Hadal. Are you still inside? We're trying to make our escape and get back to the rising sun.
No, mate, I'm out. I'm fine. I actually found a hole that somebody had cut through the fence and kind of hidden again. So I'm sort of going to camp out here, see if I can spot who's been breaking in and out, see what their motives are, that kind of shit. So I'm fine, but I mean, you know, if I get cold, I may just walk back to town.
All right, so I guess we'll just rendezvous back at the rising sun then.
That's fine with me. Yeah. I'll just head there. I'll just head straight there in the morning, I guess.
All right. Be careful and don't get eaten by anything.
No, I'm out. There was, I was almost eaten, but I'm fine. It's fine.
Okay.
Over and out.
Over and out.
Is he all right?
Yeah, I mean, he seemed to be all right. He seems like there's a bit of a mystery with the hole in the fence that he wanted to check out. So he was planning on camping, staying the night right there alongside the paddock containing the dinosaur. So I don't know. I think he's just maybe fond of them, I suppose, you know. He's just been so darn excited about those dinosaur races. It's probably just, you know, it's just all the emotions. He's just got the dinosaur fever, you know. But he saved me as back.
Great role playing. I forgot we weren't telling Val everything. Good job.
You found a hole in the fence, sorry, on the side with the dinosaurs, or someone's getting into Newcraft?
I don't know. So you just said that there was a hole in the fence that looked like somebody had tried to hide it.
And he's waiting to find who's getting in here.
He seemed to suggest that could possibly occur, and so he was going to wait and see if it did.
Not my business. I'm done risking stuff for whatever you guys are up to. This is really gotten kind of out of hand. Let's just get on the bus and get back to your ship.
Hey, you did it. I'm not there. You did it though. It was your thing that did it.
I didn't know it would release the fucking dinos. This is.
Yeah, I'm starting to think this is Val's hole that she's been using. That's what I think is happening, but I'm not there. It doesn't matter.
Something much worse than me must be. So good luck facing off with whatever's sneaking into this crazy scientific facility. Ugh, I'm just really kicking myself. So stuff's in the bag. Let's get on the bus.
Muted. You're muted.
You mean to be on mute?
I don't think he did it first, no.
Fuck me.
At first, he was definitely narrating before he got into a character.
I was getting myself back into the world so I could drag you up to where I'm at. Okay.
Jake's railroad's so bad he
A
doesn't even have.
sweeping scene unfolds as Hadal and Val are on this large platform. A lot of other people are standing around them. Think about like a rusted metal platform with a bunch of black tires kind of lining up, and it's just slowly cruising forward. There's a big arcane engine in the back, and a guy sitting there in like a shaded little tractor kind of seating area. And everybody's just kind of talking excitedly. There are, I would say there's probably like 40 people on this rig right now. So you guys are kind of in like a group. You're under the sun though. This looks like something to move equipment more than it is for people. But they're using it right now to just get everybody out of the facility. They're kind of going on lockdown. And you guys start going back to Cobus. Meanwhile, we find ourselves in a dark room. The smell in here is strong. Smells like blood, the iron in the air. And you just hear this somebody chopping something. And we find Miwo, just bloodied up bibs, just chopping up this large hawk of meat. And you hear somebody in all white with a knife come up to you. Mr. Chef, the ovens have been preheated. The mixes have been made. Is there anything else you require right now from the team?
Peace and quiet.
I couldn't hear that.
Oh. Peace and quiet.
Tessa, and you just get back to, and you're working right now. You get taken out occasionally to kind of against your will. You don't know when you'll come or when you'll be given time off. And you're just chopping away, and somewhere on you, a small, the bands on your wrist that wrap around you start to glow again, and you get pulled back to another place. Hadal, you're sitting there kind of fingering the coin with a hole in the middle of it, just kind of mindlessly.
Yeah.
and it's you start to look down and see it glowing, and you kind of set it on the ground as it starts to shake a little bit, and in the crowd, Miwo just appears with a bloody apron and like a butcher knife in his hand, and he's just Miwo. You find yourself out here on this bridge, given a break at least. It seems like.
Miwo says, "You should see the other guy."
Some people look around, get kind of scared. They didn't see this large bugbear with bloody bibs get on, and now he's just
Bloody bugbear with bloody bibs. Yeah.
Yeah.
Was this last time where he disappeared in the bank? Was that the first time that like I've witnessed that?
Yeah, I would say so.
Okay. Then I'd probably be like, Miwo, what the fuck? Like, where did you come? Where did you go? Where did you come from, Cotton Eye Joe? Yeah, no, that was a mistake. But you were with me in the bank, and then you disappeared. And then how did you get here? And out of this coin somehow?
Out of the coin. I don't believe I'm a genie or something like that, but I was preparing the meat.
Not to be rude, but who the fuck are you?
Whoa!
Hey.
You're muted.
You're flashing us. I can't hear you again. You're still muted.
There's a different show now.
Yeah, sorry about that. I came back from an outdoor pee. I did not mean to hit you, so I thought I was off camera. I was not.
Now try putting this on YouTube. You see what's gonna happen?
You're
gonna freaking.
Nothing was visible.
Get that baby Einstein freaking contract we're about to nail.
Yeah. I specifically state that our videos are not meant for children. So.
That's good.
Anyway, sorry to break up the conversation.
No, I'm sorry. The audio cut out. Are we on the bus on the road, or has it?
Yeah.
What's the situation now?
Oh, so wait, Miwo showed up on the bus?
Yeah.
In the coin that, yeah.
Yeah. So, without getting too into it,
He's gonna get into
you kind of come and go at, you understand the specifics of it, but you're given kind of like a small break, it seems like, to go back to whatever you were doing. And you appear in this coin, and they're in the middle of this bus ride as they're about to enter into Cobus proper.
There's a small creature that whines and cries all the time, and sometimes it's nice, sometimes it's not, but it takes me from where I am, and not to let me do things with you all.
And this small creature, is it like your master in some way?
It is at once my master and my offspring.
And is it?
I'm joking. I don't know how. Would Miwo know what the coin, how that worked? I forgot that was a mechanism. I thought it was like a bell or something, to be honest, or a dinner triangle. Or is that? Do you remember?
I think that's what you hear. I always thought you had gold bands on, and when you came and went, you'd leave behind a gold coin in each location.
Like Sonic the Hedgehog?
Yeah, kind of. It'd be like about that big. It'd have a hole in the middle, so you could tie it to something. You could secure it. It wouldn't be easy to lose, but it was very important to kind of get that coin, because that's where you were going to appear next.
Oh, so you just had by
Yeah, I found it in the bank after you disappeared.
Like
on the floor.
Okay.
If that makes sense. If you don't like that, I just was like, how can I make it sense that if they go somewhere else, you're going to appear with it, So I thought the idea of leaving behind a small token that you kind of come back with.
But would Miwo understand the mechanism by which she goes to and fro and all that, or is this like is he guessing as much as?
No, I think he would know about how those bands work and everything like that.
The
You want
bands
me to
is
explain it?
really the mechanism by which you go is really secondary. It's more just like, that you go, who's controlling it is really much more my question.
Hadal, to tell you the truth, I am a slave. I am a slave to run this man. I was not always a cook. As you can tell, this is not a physique of a cook, but I am every day disgraced and ridiculed, and I have found a profession in this in cooking. But for now, I'm here, and I can be of assistance.
Fuck, man, I don't know, I had no idea. Is there anything that we could do to, break the chains that bind you?
Perhaps.
You enter back into Cobus, and you make your way through the town as he says that.
Hey, who the fuck are you?
A mechanic. I'm just fixing your ship. I'm all mixed up in all this.
Behind her, Miwo, you see another image of her flash behind her. You see somebody holding up an orb in the background that looks like they're wearing kind of like a security uniform, and they're showing a small group of people what looks like this woman kind of sending up this object into the air, and then it cuts to the object kind of sparking in a panel, and you just see this in the distance, but you see her kind of in front of you, and then you notice her kind of behind you, coming up from this orb as they're this group of people are kind of looking around at it and saying no and kind of looking around the area.
It wouldn't have looked like me though.
Oh, sorry, you were disguised.
Excellent.
Yeah,
Nice. Wait, you were just you have disguised self, or are you just?
I do. When we were in Newcraft, I was disguised as some other student.
Sorry, and you're not in that anymore. My bad. You see that, but you don't make the connection that it is this person in front of you.
Maybe they have Sparkane technology they could look through this, magical.
Yeah, maybe. Maybe I'll just on it and just say screw you. No, you're right. Sorry, I totally forgot the last session.
Nice job, Val. Ruined his whole campaign.
Way to wet blanket my description. No.
You almost
don't know
wet
anything
with your pee.
That's happening in the background, but nobody cares because it's unimportant to the story. It's
I'm just like holding the background to shit, like smoking out the bus window, like who the fuck are these people? Oh, you're muted.
Why are you always muted? You're muted.
It's one of the big. It's one of the many things that are happening in the background of this rich and unique world that there's just so much cool stuff happening. That's one of many things. You don't know who the fuck this person in front of you is.
Do we see what you're describing?
I would say yeah. As you get off, as you kind of make your way through the city of Cobus, you see, especially in this landing area where people from Newcraft are returning, they're kind of stopping here. Everybody's getting off. And there's a big crowd of people that are from Cobus wanting to know what the news was, or coming from Newcraft, sharing news. And there seems to be some sort of Newcraft guards, possibly, that are going around showing these playbacks of what happened, asking people if they had seen this specific person.
Well, then as we make our way toward the ship, I'm gonna sort of radio to Sinclair through the cell phone. Just that, Sinclair, just so that you be aware, there are new craft, security officials sort of making inquiries about our little operation. So just be advised.
Did they mention me?
No, we've just seen them using a sort of perhaps sort of minor illusion thing, trying to see if anyone's seen a person that Val was sort of disguised as. So it doesn't seem as though that.
It wasn't like and this little or that was right beside her, just before and after.
It doesn't seem so at this point that they've made any connection to you or I.
Well, keep an eye out because I was riding that Triceratops for a minute, so there may be something cool about me in there.
Yeah, if I have an opportunity, I'll see if I can't get the footage so we can save it for you. I think that'd be something for maybe a scrapbook. Your arcane scrapbook.
I want to make the local newspaper.
Wait, would it be worthwhile to actually have that?
What?
The footage.
I don't think that you can actually own.
Val, the only thing you're thankful that you were disguised at that time. The only thing that would identify you is the actual mechanism itself. As it cuts in, you know pretty clearly there are a few people that know that's yours.
That know it's Val's?
That will know that Val has one at least.
Fuck.
Yeah.
And what was it? Sorry, I spaced
My
out. What?
homunculus. My
Oh,
little,
okay, your drone guy. Cool.
Yeah.
little
So
sphere.
while you may not be, you're the general person is not going to find you. There are a few people seeing that footage that would be reminded of you at least.
But not of her, but of the disguised self person.
Would they be reminded of the student at Newcraft, or would they know like Val at the docks?
Like, for example, if Professor Lindenberg saw that, he would probably have seen your homunculus before. Is that correct?
Oh, gotcha.
But as a student,
Yeah. So
Does
he would.
homunculus have a disguise as well, like a little mustache and
Yeah, just Sharpie a little mustache on it. A
Your homunculus,
different designation code on the side.
your homunculus is pretty uncommon, I'll say. So those who know about it would be like, oh, it's like, remember like the kid at school the first kid who had an iPhone? It's like, yeah, I've seen an iPhone. Jimmy has it,
Mhm.
You're kind of like that kid.
Doesn't she basically have a different identity at the university? Like that guy knows her, but he doesn't know Val the mechanic.
Yeah, exactly. That's all. Yeah,
But if
that's all
someone
I'm saying.
sees me
That's as deep as the connection would be.
if someone sees the homunculus out and about now, they'll be like, "Hey, wait a minute."
I've seen one of those before on the news.
Yeah.
But there's a lot of people in town, and there's people coming from all over with all sorts of weird shit. So let the haters hate,
Yeah, I think all the same, Val is like pissed and walking fast. Like,
Yeah, cool. So where do you guys go now that you're back in the city?
We're going to the ship.
Can I wash up?
Which is at Val's.
yeah,
at
maybe
Val's
let's
garage
take a
now.
roundabout way. Let's not go directly there. Let's maybe lose some of this crowd that's coming from Newcraft, so we're not affiliated.
Do you mind if I wash up really quick? I might bring more attention with blood everywhere.
Big
Blood
blood bear
trail.
is covered in blood.
Well, it's mostly on the bibs.
The bib is
Yeah.
off. Bib is gone.
So there's just like a not bloody like.
Not bloody bib shape on him, while the rest is just covered in blood.
I'm wearing a
Just a little bitty one.
That was okay. What
What
he didn't tell you? That was my dinner, and it was a little bib, and it had a lobster on it, and that lobster was wearing a bib too, and it said
It's
that's
good.
good eating or something.
Just run to the ocean. The ocean's not far. You
Yeah,
can
let's
just
just
go
take
for a
it to the
swim.
docks and you can swim
think
there. A cool bucket shower at my place.
I take a I find a freaking Kubo and I give myself a
Wait.
bucket bath. What?
I would have thought you would have artificed some badass sort of shower device.
It's not really a priority. I've got other stuff I'm working on. It's just I get greasy so often. It's like a lost cause.
So you're wearing bibs too? Are you? I look
No.
you bibs. What are you? Is that a lobster? Is it fixing a car? Oh, that's very whatever.
With a
Movable
big wrench. Yeah.
a wheels bar.
A wrench in one hand.
Lobster,
like
yeah,
a
yeah.
spanner.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. The claw is shaped like a wrench.
It's a Phillips head
yeah.
claw.
Actually, in this universe, I think that's how lobsters look. They just look like little wrenches at the end.
You see, you guys head back to the shop and slash the ship.
Yeah.
Okay.
I will.
The captain greets you as you guys get back to the ship. Welcome back. What did we learn today?
Is
What's
this
the plan? Are we doing the bank heist? Or are we doing the new craft? Or are we doing what was?
What?
If you want, I'm gonna engrave these runes and then, see you in the morning.
When you ask, are we doing the new craft? What exactly do you mean?
Well, when you left last time, you decided you were going to go on a fact-finding mission and go decide to do what you were going to do next and everything. I was just wondering. I think you probably end up catching her up on everything. Yeah, I guess what's next in the plan? Now that you're back on the ship, you go down. Val goes down to the bottom of the ship. She finds Naughty's down there working away on something, taking parts off, kind of preparing things. And you go about setting the runic valves back in, the ring valves. Go ahead and make an intelligence check with advantage, since you're pretty familiar with this specific unit.
unit?
Six pack.
I'm using. I
446.
imagine she's using Naughty as a vice. Like, just he's standing perfectly still, like holding whatever it is. She's like engraving the shit.
Yeah, he's got little locks on there.
That is a 17.
Yeah, I'll say that you managed to start putting them back in. You get them set, positioned correctly, and it's going to take you a while. He had everything ready to go for the replacement, and now that it's replaced, you got to kind of put the engine back together. So while the setting of that was pretty easy, pretty quick, now you have the long task of getting it up and running again. That's going to take a while. Naughty can do some of it. So if you had to go somewhere or something like that, like he's still, you're able to leave him behind and continue a project if you want.
I think she'll stay down there for the better part of the night, like just working through this. Like she is really frustrated with herself, I guess. Like she was like so excited by the prospect of working on this interesting thing and the possibility of like working with this crew and the captain offering all these things, and now it's like backfired so badly, and now it's this mess. Like, oh, you fool, like why did you just do the job and we'll figure it out. Like,
Why?
she'll just stay down there with Naughty, like
Cool.
complaining with him, this silent robot.
Yeah, go ahead. I don't know if the rest of you go down there, but this might be your first time that you might see Naughty down there. Could you describe Naughty again?
Yeah, he is a 7 foot tall, lanky warforged. With like his head is a diving bell, and it's like a glass pane that glows from within. He has no face, like no expressions. And then like at all of his joints are like glowing runes as well. Sort of like too skinny to be really imposing, but he's trying.
Yeah, you explained it like K2SO from the Rogue One movie. I like
Yes,
think of
yeah,
that
yeah.
and like Tron put together.
Yeah.
Something cool like that. Very cool. All right, what's the rest of the gang doing right now? The three of you find yourselves on the ship. Where are you at? What are you doing? What are you deciding?
Is it late?
It's the sun's gone down, the moon has gone up. Long ago, somebody left with the cup. The stars are up. It's getting dark. Yeah, it's the beginning of the night. Let's say it's like 10 o'clock.
I don't have anything else that I need to do at night. I think that the bank thing that we're going to try to do during the day.
Mm-hmm.
So yeah.
Was that the last side quest we were on? Because we basically have the ship just has to be repaired at this point. Were there more jobs we had to accomplish? I forget.
Yeah, Lono being revivified is happening.
That's
Lono,
right.
and
That's
then
right.
we
That's
have to
right.
take Koa somewhere.
That's tomorrow. Lono is tomorrow.
Mm-hmm.
Tomorrow evening.
Lono is still
Yeah. He's all over the place, man.
I don't remember was somebody from that temple supposed to come to the ship?
We're supposed to bring Lono.
You're supposed to bring Lono there.
Oh, really? That's what we. That's terrible.
Why?
He's a highly wanted fugitive.
Hey.
We gotta protect him.
It'll be fine. We got boats too. I mean, we can just take a boat around.
I don't remember how that went down. Were they not willing to come to the ship?
I think it just worked out that I offered just to bring him because we were in town and like that was the job. So I just made a solution to the job. Free. They're gonna heal him for like I think 200 silver or something, like for a modest donation or something like that.
It was like a thank you for bringing your.
Sinclair's just a bad negotiator. We'll even come here. No, we'll pay you.
You know what?
That's no problem. It's no worries.
You know what? We'll pay it triple. Okay.
Well,
I don't have anything that I want to do before we rest.
I'll try to catch up with the captain.
Okay.
Now that you're clean, you're all cleaned off.
Catch up with the captain.
No soap though. Just very wet.
You probably
Watered
find
down blood.
in her office, kind of scribbling on some papers. She probably has stacks of coin around her and is moving them, kind of dividing them into separate stacks. You know, she's just moving things around, writing things down. Miwo, how are you?
Is this a game where you move the coin from one?
Don't touch. This is how we are going to have to pay everyone. Is how I'm making everything work right now.
Oh, you're a visual learner.
I'm very visual, yeah. I have to do this in person. I don't trust to hire anybody to do this, so I am just figuring this out. This is usually how I spend my first couple of nights on dry land, and then after that, well, I spend them however I want.
Well, Captain, the first time we met, I know maybe
I think that was on my fourth night on land, so yeah, it was pretty toasted.
Yeah, it was pure sparkane, absolutely, between us two. But do you recall? Well, sometime after you asked what I do and where I'm from, And well, at some point, I want to see if this gambit I'm taking here will pay off to perhaps free me once and for all. Uh, I want to know that I have your confidence in this.
You have my absolute confidence. Part of the reason I am interested in hiring you is your backstory. I
For the diversity, you mean? You get I don't know
Oh, yeah.
quotas. You know what? That's fine. That's fine.
We have all worked for the king before. We all understand his power and his influence. It's just nice to have somebody so close to him. So yes, I'm excited to see what you bring to our team on the Rising Sun.
Oh, well, glad to be on board, but the closeness you mentioned, is it, keep your friends close and enemies closer? I hope you know which one I am.
And then he tries to wink, maybe.
She giggles too. I believe that you are part of the team, Miwo. Part of the moving pieces on the table that I at least can get my hands on every once in a while.
Oh, oh, it's hot. Actually, speaking hot, the roast I have in oven is, it's probably baking now. I must go. Goodbye.
Boo.
Enjoy your time on land.
And then is that what you want?
I should go.
I gotta leave.
Well, I have an erection, so let me just
Yeah.
run off.
No innuendo there, huh? Just...
Nah.
Love it. Okay. The night's yours. You're in Cobus. Just pass the night away, get to the next day, fast travel.
No clubbing.
I think, yeah, I mean, can I feasibly fix the engine in the night and still have time to
Go
rest?
ahead and again roll a we'll see if you can fix it in the night by a high intelligence roll, and I'll give you an advantage on it since you've worked on this model before.
Worked on it, baby. That's an understatement. 18.
Better.
All right, yeah. By the morning, this thing, ting ting. You hit it with an oversized wrench. You're covered in grease.
I'm just kidding.
You got sweat stains under the pits. You got, it's probably filled with cigarette smoke down here. And
Open the door like.
the Hawk 446 pack is up and running again, and everybody wakes up to a hum of the engine.
Ooh.
And it's running smooth. It's a nice hum.
Quest complete.
It's a little. It gives you that kind of that Sparkane kind of feeling, like you got a little Sparkane.
Ain't nothing like it.
Mm-hmm. Next day on Cobus, it's already hot in the morning. It's already sticky. But people are in a great mood. There's lots of other people coming in. A lot of the ships at the end of the day, if you were up on the deck just watching the movement of the boats around, you'd see that after things were unloaded, the docks were kind of empty that night. They filled up early in the morning. As you guys are waking up, drinking your coffee, looking down, you can see just ships coming out of Tariki Anchorage. And then they go park somewhere else usually. Your ship is still being worked on at this moment. So the arcane engine's fixed, but there's a lot of carpentry work that needs to be done. So you see people on land kind of sawing wood. hammering shit, applying a lacquer to something, you know. There's probably somebody over there, you know, just pushing on a file of some sort, you know, planing the wood.
Planing, yeah.
Planing the wood, yeah.
Classic movement.
Making some sort of joinery.
Oh, no. Okay.
Yeah.
Somebody just found a carpentry freaking index.
Hey, question. Does the rising sun have a figurehead?
That's a Hadal question.
Yeah, I think you would have a figurehead, although I'm not sure.
It's an octopus with huge knockers.
Cannon.
You would
There's
think
the
there'd be
discount aisle for figureheads.
On the octopus body, where would the huge knockers be?
At the end of
No. Yeah.
At the end of it.
There's 8 of them, obviously.
Yeah, there's 8 boobs, all attached to tentacle hands.
I'm sorry, no, you know best. It's an insect, I think.
Oh, okay, it's not coming from the fan.
I don't hope not.
Octobus.
I don't know.
I was thinking
octopus.
Oh wait, I thought there was a lollipop at the end of that. Is this like Val cosplay with the?
Yeah.
Like okay. Cool.
It was a lot.
He's thinking of puns right now.
You all meet on top of the ship. It's a new day, a new dawn, and
I'm free.
yeah, you're up there, and the captain is just done talking to Val. Val's explaining everything that went down, and the captain seems pretty happy. Thank you so much for all of your work. With this engine, would you know of a group of people, sailors or anything like that, that might be looking for a job to work on this in case something were to happen? Could you give me a list of, you know, maybe 4 people or however many you know?
I mean,
Get that referral bonus.
Yeah.
Well, if you think
there's
of
a
any.
few good sailors I've worked with around these docks. They're a bit sketchy though I don't think that'll be a problem really.
Okay. Well,
Put a team
we
together.
have coin to pay. So, thank you. We will try to once the repairs are finished, we will get out of the way of your dock, and we'll be on our way.
With all due respect, you mentioned something yesterday about joining the crew myself. Is that offer still on the table? I sort of find myself needing to move locations pretty quick here, so this would be. I mean, I know you've got the speed, so.
Well, we don't plan on leaving for a few days. Is that an issue for you?
I think I'd be alright for a few days.
Okay.
Whenever you're shipping off.
We have some work that might require high-profile interactions.
With what sorts of profiles are you getting after here?
Well, that would depend on if you're a member of the crew or not, but let's say all kinds. Possibly. But there is an opportunity for a group to lay low.
Well, if you'll be here for a while, I'll certainly think about it. The caveat, it wouldn't just be me. My tools would have to come with me. My research assistant.
Absolutely, yes. Anything you need, I don't think will be put out of the way to have such an asset on the crew. Yeah, absolutely. That wouldn't be an issue for us.
He wouldn't need a bed or anything. Yeah, he could just stay in the engine room when we're at sea mostly?
Can it swim if we are sinking? That's the only issue. Is I can't afford the lives of the crew over a machine.
Funnily enough, that's what he's meant to do. So
Excellent.
That's convenient.
it's really kind of.
It's the helmet. It's the helmet.
I think he'd rather be in the ocean actually if he
Wow.
had any mind of his own, but he
That's
doesn't
incredible.
anymore.
Wow.
So
He always catches up if he falls off the boat. He'll just walk his way to wherever we're headed.
That's incredible. It's
if we
almost
go
like it's too
overboard,
perfect not to be part of the crew. Look at this.
Yeah.
I don't believe in coincidences. I believe that there is a grand plan, a story that we are all a part of.
one other caveat, I guess. I am bringing a bit of heat on board. I'm
We have a lot of
What
heat
is
on board
that?
already.
Miwo comes past with a big stool and he says,
Hot stuff coming through.
and he's just wearing the bib. Just wearing the bib.
yeah, I'm not really. I'm getting the sense I'm not the only one on board with that problem, but I just need to know. You lot aren't tied up in anything political, are you?
No, we are not tied up with anything political.
Crack. It's consider me on.
Excellent.
I'll start picking up the shop.
All right. You may be, since you have a knowledge of Kobus, you have a knowledge of how things go on here. You may be performing your extracurricular activities as a crew member in terms of a guide or an informant or an inn, possibly. We have a lot of jobs happening all the time. Your services in other fields besides mechanical work might be called on soon. But consider this a pay-as-you-go situation. If you don't wish to join, you don't wish to join. But if you are open to making a little bit of money and experiencing a little bit of freedom and opportunity, then stay as long as you want.
Do you all know what shores you're sailing for after this? Or is it sort of take it wherever it
Pretty good idea of where we might be going.
is it learn as you need to know?
That's a learn
well?
as you need to know kind of thing, yeah.
Well, guess we'll
Huzzah.
find out.
Good morning,
Sweet.
everyone. What's the rest of the crew getting into? Hadal, what's on the docket?
Well, I think that one order of business is certainly the bank vault of Captain Scarletta. Perhaps me and Miwo can handle it. We have a potion that I was planning to use to, turn into her, her visage in order to gain entry to her vault. And of course, we have her key and some sort of receipt. And so I was hoping to, just sort of walk in, clean it out, walk out again, and hopefully it'll be just that easy.
Can I ask a question about this?
Yeah, I think you're up there too.
Does the bank also have matching paperwork? Like, will they?
Yeah, they have a database of which they will turn to and verify any sort of person coming in.
With photo ID, like they'll walk in with.
Yeah.
Okay.
You have your
All
photo ID, they have theirs on file. So
It's called Frodo ID in the fantasy world.
Frodo,
Yeah, of
Frodo
course.
Frodo.
Yeah, you just make a Frodo copy if you need a copy of it. It's fine.
Frodo ID, yep.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's a lot of students here majoring in photography.
Photography, yeah, for sure.
Photography.
They're not gonna make a dime.
Photographic studio. Yeah.
Other than that, I think Sinclair arranged to have Lono brought to the temple of the something or other.
We have to cross the entire town with him?
Yeah, I think that's correct.
I don't know if I'm there or not. Did I make it
You're
back? I'm
Yeah,
there. Yeah, I figure we
wait.
could.
Oh,
we
I'm
just
sorry.
took
I
a boat.
totally forgot. I totally
It's okay.
forgot.
It's okay.
Let me jump back in time, boys and girls. I
I
apologize.
come through the door and I say, "You're never
You
gonna
wouldn't
believe
believe what I saw.
it." Yeah.
Have I got a story for you?
Yeah.
Back at night,
Nothing happened.
you can see kind of commotion in the distance, kind of the entrance to town. You're kind of watching things from a distance. You can't read much out of it. You can just see like large groups of people. You kind of seeing people come and go. You don't see much out here as the sun's going down. At first, some animals start to come alive. Some sounds of the desert start to go out. Do you make a small fire or anything? Or are you trying to keep
No,
real
I'm trying
low?
to. Yeah, I'm being super low key.
Yeah. It gets kind of cold at night out here, just compared to the heat of the day. Kind of curl up your little paws underneath your armpits, and you're out here just being real quiet. I want you to make a perception check.
Okay.
And
I also have a. Oh, go ahead.
oh, I was gonna say and a stealth check. But you did a stealth check earlier, right?
I got a crit stealth check earlier.
Yeah, so you're pretty good. You're pretty good.
And I can telepathically communicate with my dinosaur, who I'm just gonna have kind of squawk if he sees somebody
Okay.
coming either way, and hopefully not get eaten by another dinosaur in the night.
Has Sinclair seen many dinosaurs? That's what I want to know real quick.
Apart from the ones in town that he's seen a lot of really big ones. He hasn't really seen anything outside of whatever he saw at the museum.
Okay.
But also it's important to note that this one is like a fey. It's a fey dinosaur as far as creature type.
Okay.
It's just part of the spell.
Okay. Good to know. Thank you.
Fey feathers.
It's
It's goofy.
so it doesn't look like the other dinosaurs exactly.
No. No, if you saw that one and you're familiar with dinosaurs, you'd be like,
Thank you. That's exactly my question.
Yeah.
Go ahead and roll a perception check.
Okay, cool.
That's what I was trying to get to without specifically saying it. I just wasted a lot of time.
+4. I got a 6 total. I rolled a 2.
Ooh. You rolled a 6 total.
Mm-hmm.
No, it's a long night. You hear a squawk and you go over and kind of look in that direction, but you don't see anything. It's a while, and yeah.
Would it help? No, I already used it. Never mind. I'm sorry. I just remembered my dark vision thing, but I used it to jump on the Triceratops earlier.
I'll say this with a 4. You hear the squawk and you get kind of settled back in. You're gonna have to roll another stealth check, but I will say that you notice that the fence is open.
No, these merchants fort.
Okay.
Okay.
So you know you're looking for something, but you haven't seen it. Okay. So roll another stealth check. This is for you to get back into position after investigating the squawk.
Come on, baby. +7. There we go. It's a 24.
Okay, still great. Okay, it goes on, and go ahead and roll another perception check as it's really late in the night now. You've been out here for, I want to say, like 6 hours, like in darkness. Like
so it's like 3.
Yeah,
it's like 3 a.m. or something.
It's the town is quieted down. The last of the movement has kind of settled in. and it's real dark out here.
Yeah, baby. I got a 7. Stealthing my ass off, but I can't see shit.
That was your stealth or your perception? Oh,
That was my perception. My stealth was very good, but my perception is not. It's 2s and 3s all night.
You wake up. You kind of nod it off, and just for a couple of minutes, maybe to a squawk, and you look up, and the gate's closed. You don't see anything. In the morning, maybe when it's a little lighter, unless you wanted to use your dark vision now or wait till the morning, you could try to roll a survival check to see if you see any clues.
I brought up the dark vision thing because I don't think I have it anymore because I used it on the Triceratops just before the sunset. So I don't think that's even an option at all.
Okay. All right.
But I think I'll just.
You wait in the morning. You can make an investigation check to see if you find any clues. But
yeah, here we go. Flat roll. Real exciting. Yeah, this is great if this story isn't exciting at all, because then it's an 8. There we go. Fuck. Yeah.
You find that the path goes all the way back towards Tariki Anchorage.
Of course. Okay, then I'll just follow that. I'll follow those footsteps, see if I can just keep the trail.
And it's around this time that you get back to the ship, and you told them all of this, and
I'm a little sleepy, if I'm being honest. So I'm gonna take a nap, and then I'll be ready for whatever activities we got going on. Also, the temple, it's just on a lighthouse. So it's accessible by boat. That's what I figured we'd be doing. I mean, that's it for the temple gang, you know.
All right. The captain probably agrees to taking a smaller vessel, maybe hiring a boat, a water taxi to get out there or something. As the main ship is getting repaired with carpentry repairs, you might even be able to take a life raft or a lifeboat out there. You know. You probably have 2 on there. You could probably row all the way across town, but yeah, it'd be a little colder than walking through town with Lono.
And they are looking for Lono and Koa, correct?
You're turning in Koa. You have Lono,
but we don't have a wanted poster for Lono.
No, but he's wanted by the kingdom. So any kingdom. Out there might be looking for him. Koa definitely has wanted posters of them out there.
Oh.
And have we decided a time to turn in Koa?
No, not yet. That has yet to be discussed with you guys. So.
Okay, so we got bank stuff in the morning, and as long as nothing goes wrong, nobody gets pinched, we take Lono up the side. Get him healed, and then it's 7 p.m. It's dinner time. We come back to see what Miwo's got going. How many do we need for the bank? Was it just you 2?
Yeah, I think that maybe just the 2 of us can handle it. I mean,
it's the whole team. Middle.
We're hoping that it's not going to be sort of like a big battle. So if we need more people, and things have gone horribly wrong.
Yeah. Okay. Well, then, I guess we'll see you at the jailbreak if that happens.
You know what? That's very encouraging. Thank you very much. And I do mean that, just that you would be there for us if we were, pinched.
Yeah. Right. Okay. I'm gonna go to bed. I kick open the door and curl up in a hammock.
Sinclair. Before you go to bed, were you serious about signing up for the run?
I'm sorry, what was that? What'd you say?
Were you serious? Were you serious about signing up for the run?
Absolutely, yeah. If Hadal, you don't get pinched, you be my dino, But I think that's in 2 days.
2 days.
2 days.
You have
Hi,
a, you have a
Yeah. Did y'all change your mind? Because Miwo, you showed up. Hey, where you been? Never mind. You want to do dino racing?
Sure.
It's like the whole thing. Everybody's in town for. So
Yeah, let's do it. We're here. Huh?
Take a
Yeah.
nap, and
Yeah,
when you get back up, I'll take you somewhere to sign up for it.
It's
oh
like
yeah. I just need like 3 hours maybe. I'll be fine. I'm just gonna crash real hard, real quick.
That horse in that you ride it, but not sure beyond that.
And are you here now? Did you fix the boat?
Yeah. Oh, it's fully functional now.
Would you like a
Excellent.
muffin for you there?
Muffin?
Zucchini
Yeah.
muffin.
Yeah, I could do it. Yeah, I could do it with a muffin.
Yeah.
3 zucchini muffins coming. Oh,
oh, I already have them.
I don't know. Just put one on the ground next to where I curl up, and I'll get to it.
Spell slot, just so I don't, no inconveniences here. Wait, do you think something's happening? Do you guys see the silhouette back there? Nope.
You're being robbed.
Yes.
You know, that was
Someone's in
Brittany.
your house. Dude, someone's in your house.
Yeah, that's
Dun, dun.
Brittany. That's my wife.
She lives there.
That's my wife.
She's real.
All right. It's you guys are finishing up. Did you guys decide what you're doing right this second?
Dino racing.
No.
Napping. I'm gonna nap, and then later when I get up, Val's gonna take me to where to sign up, and I'm gonna sign up whoever
Okay.
wants to go. I guess I'm gonna sign up Miwo as well.
Maybe Sinclair, you could ask around a little bit surreptitiously and find out if it's legal for us to do it. You know, with me polymorph as a dinosaur, just to know, if you can keep that on the low or what.
On the low.
I'm sure I'm not the only one with that particular scheme in mind. But yeah, I'm sure there'll be some fine print. You can read, Val. You can read. She's smart. She can probably figure it out.
Are you
And,
saying
yeah, it'll-
Sinclair can't read?
No, he can read. He's just
Oh,
not
yeah,
super
he
smart.
can't.
He's got a
What?
journal that he writes in. I just forgot about it in the moment.
Maybe he writes but can't read.
That's it.
It's his own. Yeah, he just has his own written language. That
It's little comic. It's like little stick figures of everything that happens during the day.
Paw prints, different angles.
yeah, different. Different prints of it.
Scratch, scratch.
That's a lot. I go to bed. I take 3
Yeah.
hours to round off just to make sure I
Yeah.
heal and stuff.
Yeah, sorry, nothing came from your midnight
My dumbass rolls. I keep.
dumbass rolls.
freaking
Hey, you
digi
didn't get
rolls.
caught, that's for sure.
Yeah, I mean stealth.
Yeah.
Stealth is good.
So something came from nothing.
Did you say that the path from that fence led all the way back to Tyriki, or
Oh yeah,
it
and
was
I could
just-
find it again easy.
Yep.
Yeah.
That path led back to Tariki Anchorage.
So whoever is using it is coming from the anchorage.
Potentially.
From that area of town, at least.
Okay.
And it seemed like it wasn't like they did it that day. It'd been used pretty frequently.
But you could tell that it was kind of windy and stealthy. Like there might be like a small trail system, maybe on the outskirts of town. Maybe some trails overlap with it and everything. But you were following maybe a set of prints. Maybe as you walk back on the miles, right? You saw prints kind of on this path that looked like humanoid prints. So you probably saw those leading all the way back to the anchorage itself. So you got a good direction. And then what is Hadal doing at the moment?
I think
Coming through. You talk to me.
I think me and Miwo are just going to the bank if Miwo's in.
Hell yeah.
You want me to just wait outside, and if it goes to shit, you send a message on the phones.
Just
Yeah.
just blow it up. Blow up the whole damn thing.
Oh, hold on, bank. I'll just do some shopping nearby.
Or that sounds good too.
Yeah, maybe. If you could just be on standby, I think that might be a smart sort of backup, and we could potentially be like, oh, Val, we need some sort of crazy distraction because you're all pretty good at that, and then maybe we could just make a break for it. And then, of course, if there's fighting, it would be good to have you there, but hopefully there will not be.
Yeah, I'll just be in the market nearby. Hopefully you don't need me.
If there is fighting, then I'll just have to just remain polymorphed as a dinosaur for the rest of our time here on Cobus.
It's easy to hide.
Apparently here you can keep a low profile as a dinosaur. Yeah.
Yes.
That's a good question. I wonder how many dinosaurs are really outlaws that have just been here for years.
Oh, that's a that's a very interesting question. Yeah, I mean, it seems like who's gonna really look that closely, at like a big, sort of brachiosaurus crane dinosaur out in the harbor.
In the background, a dinosaur's getting guarded by some watchmen.
So
Yeah, you got some idea there, buddy?
Okay. Oh, Mr. Dinosaur, eh? Okay.
Oh,
yeah.
You see, Jake, there are a lot of beautiful vignettes happening in your world all throughout.
Yeah, I don't know if this brachiosaurus has got a work permit. I think we're gonna have to report him.
Well, you're gonna end up brachiosaurus if you keep asking questions like that, pal. Can we continue?
Hey,
Brachiosaurus is pretty good.
hey, Sully, this dinosaur doesn't have a work permit. Okay, are you ready? Are we going to the bank? No, you're not ready? You got a train? Oh, I see.
Come on, train.
Everybody, come on, ride a train. It's a choo-choo train.
All right, it's done. Yeah, you two start making your way to the bank, and you guys are cutting around town. You pass a cop giving Brachiosaurus a little bit of grief. You see on the shoreline kind of weird festivities happening as you kind of walk near like the main harbor to get to the bank. Just in the distance, you can see people flying through the air on what look like still wing suits, kind of. And you see some people just kind of swimming wildly in the air as dinosaurs kind of fling them up into the air, like smaller brachiosaurus are picking people up and just kind of throwing them into the water in one of the bays out there. It looks like there's like tents going on and people selling balloons and all sorts of cool shit out there.
Not your balloon.
What is this magic? This thirsty thing.
Yeah.
The celebrations.
Yeah. Nobody understands. Everybody understands magic and like electricity, but nobody gets helium in the elements. So it's just old magic. That's primordial shit right there.
The
It's a
ancient.
different campaign setting
Yeah.
with all the chemistry.
You get back to the bank. Cobus General. Big vaulted ceilings, stained glass windows on the top of the dome. You see security guards in there filing people around. You see lines going to bank tellers. And in the distance, you see a big, large rounded door that gets opened and people get ushered through, and then it closes again down in the distance. You're back in the bank. What is the plan?
So I think our plan is that I'm going to disguise myself using the potion of seeming potion I think I bought from the magic shop.
Mm-hmm.
And then Miwo, I think, is going to disguise himself as well.
As a royal guardsman. What do you call your guard?
Probably not royal, because I'm just a nerd. Yeah.
Oh, you are? I thought. Wait, who is Scarlett?
Captain Johanna Scarletta.
Really?
Come on, man.
Is that what it was?
Come
You're
on.
like, oh, wait a minute.
Captain.
Was it really?
Captain
I think that's what it was.
Scarletta. Yeah.
Why would he? Both of those would be Johanna and Scarletta.
It's a character.
Weird cultures
Johanna-
out there.
Johanna Scarletta.
Okay.
And so maybe you would be
Of
my
the Crimson Tide.
distinguished looking sort of, mariner bodyguard.
Yes. Oh, guard. Okay.
Yeah, I mean, because I'm still like a pirate captain, I'm not like a fucking queen or whatever. But yeah, he's going to disguise himself so that it's not obviously, his looking person that was a part of this business.
I'm Jill Jakenhall. Some freaking.
Yeah.
Jill and Jake and all.
And this one still is a perfectly normal man's name.
So pronounce it Gil. I
Oh,
say
there you
Gil.
go. Okay, yeah. Jill Jakenhall.
Mhm.
Don't worry about it.
All right. You guys stand in line. Where do you take this potion at? Do you do it in a bathroom? You do it out in an alley? It's before you get in.
Us right in the lobby. In front of
Yeah, I guess probably before I walk in. I guess, yeah, an alley, nearby.
Okay. And how does Miwo look? Does Miwo just look like himself?
He looks like when like the fucking Beast and Beauty and the Beast looks like as a prince.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. Just like you got a heck of a hairdo. You got
I got
bows in
ribbons
there.
in my hair. I got ribbons in my hair.
How do you disguise yourself? Is this just you?
I
braiding
just
your hair?
myself in zucchini muffins, and I have a disguise self spell,
Oh, okay. Okay, that's good.
which
All right. Cool.
magic.
All right. With the disguise self
How do they work?
spell and the seeming potion, Hadal, the transformation is slightly painful as you your bones start to grow and shrink in certain areas. Your back feels like it needs to be cracked, but it can't, and then all of a sudden crack. It changes and your body kind of shifts down. Miwo, you're just watching this in horror as like the skin kind of peels off from the green, and underneath is like a lighter flesh and everything.
I could have just done it myself. Instead. More bones cracking.
Oh, he's still doing it. Oh,
Or you can.
oh, you tried it.
And the captain of the Crimson Tide is standing in front of you wearing Hadal's outfit.
Oh,
Wait a minute. It just occurred to me that like his disguise self wouldn't work, right? Because of like there's like true sight magic in here.
Exactly.
what?
So then it would really be better if he didn't use disguise self, because then they would just like know he's hiding his.
Wait, how did we did some info?
I don't remember how we knew that, but yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Well,
Well, he
that
went on the tour. You went on the tour, and the
That's
tour
right.
guide told you about the security measures.
That's right.
Oh, so with true sight, you can look past this guy's self.
Actually, true sight can look past pretty much every single thing, but they can
It's like let's say it's an anti-magic eye, right? Like
Oh,
you
that's
can
magic.
see.
It's
You
really-
got the impression that in order to get past it, you would need a hard physical change. It can see through illusions, but I would say like this seeming potion is like the polyjuice potion in Harry Potter. It's not an illusion. You turn into this person for a little bit.
This is correct.
This is the way. Oh,
the way.
Okay. Then sorry. Then to retcon, I want to just dress up, like the prince from Beauty and the Beast,
There you go.
with ribbons in my hair and have like the pirate shirt and stuff like that. Maybe an eye patch. Maybe that'll be too much on the nose.
Obviously a bugbear, but a completely different bugbear than,
Well, 'cause I
than the
am,
cook on our
Guys,
show.
because I am famous, or I could just be like, I am famous, Oh no, wait. No,
I mean,
don't-
if you're using a disguise kit and not disguise magic, I mean, the thing won't see through the disguise kit.
Nothing will see through a disguise kit.
It's weird because it seems like that's easier to happen.
No, but
than,
it's
like,
real. It's more real
disguise
than magic. More real than magic.
It can see through magic, but it can't see through a wig. No, there's no.
No.
No, I don't need a wig. I just need a shave. I need to take. It's a reverse wig. I need to shave things off.
Okay.
So I'll just maybe do a little Hulk Hogan.
Okay.
Horse.
Skullet.
Mm-hmm.
There's skull it too. Fuck
I
it.
don't know what the skull is.
It's just your
All right.
balls and have a mouth.
Hadal, what are you wearing again?
Who are you?
I assume that my clothes change. No, is it not?
No, it's not illusion. It's a
Okay.
hard physical magic.
Then I borrowed some clothes from the captain to look like a sexy pirate captain lady, I guess.
Okay.
Actually, you know what? Not sexy in this case, just formidable
Scary.
and intimidating.
There's a lot of spikes.
Yeah.
She's a little bit.
I imagine you guys didn't have this, and you had to stop at like a store real quick on the way once you found out what the potion did.
Yeah. And we did the classic.
Try some shit on. See what you really like.
We got a whole costume closet on board.
Miwo
Yeah.
sitting in the chair, and then he's like, no.
Actually, can we go back and do a scene where I try on different outfits?
Girls just wanna have fun.
Yeah, exactly. It's never
What do we
dialogue.
do with this pirate captain's body? Because we like interrogated and then killed her.
I
We just left
probably
her?
put you on the beach.
You threw her overboard into the vast ocean where
Pulled her.
dead men tell no tales.
2 months away.
I'm glad. Okay, but that was not like wearing her skin or something, right?
No.
But
But
nothing cool like that.
magic to see through
That
that.
would be one hell of a game if you're like, I have to wear her skin in order to get into her bank account.
Oh my God.
Tight ass security.
And I mean, spoiler, but Silence of the Lambs with that scene.
Mhm.
Oh, that's what a great movie.
What a twist. Okay.
We do it.
We do it. You get in. You stand in line. The bank teller lady. Next.
I approach.
What do you need?
approach.
Sorry, what'd you say?
What do you need?
Yes, I would like to access my vault immediately. Yeah.
You have your papers.
Of course. I present my papers.
Do a performance check with advantage.
Because of the yard.
Performance check.
He like
You think the
the
yard got
The
me?
swagger check, bro.
Uh-oh. That's not good. That's a 7.
With advantage?
Advantage.
Wait, can I give you bardic inspiration?
Sure you can.
Can we?
I'll just
What's
give
your
it.
bardic inspiration look like?
It's a little. Oh, mechanically it's a D6, but fantastically it's a little hors d'oeuvres. It's a cracker with an mental olive. And then
Just like reach behind him and put it in his mouth as he's talking to the lady.
Just pop it like this.
Yeah, just like
it's gonna be a 10.
Oh shit.
All right. Okay. I'm gonna ask you your security questions. All right.
Is this really necessary? I'm really on a bit of a time crunch. Yarr! And obviously my friend is quite hungry. We're about to go get a late lunch.
Your friend won't be allowed inside your bank vault or inside the vault themselves unless they have a vault themselves.
I would really prefer if my friend were able to come with me. He's more than just a friend. He is
I'm
my
a scene eye.
personal security.
I'm a emotional support friend.
No dice. I'm not breaking the rules for you today.
Show
her
the doctor's note.
Unless the rules have changed, he's come with me in here at least thrice before.
Well, then somebody wasn't following the rules, and your boyfriend or whatever he is, your bodyguard, not allowed in. She stamps it, passes back to you. Now, if you wanted to open up a bank account, or if you had an existing bank account in here, we could let you in. Unfortunately, ma'am, you will be the only one allowed inside your vault.
You know what? It's fine.
Braytel, how much
It's not.
to open an account? I've come all this time, beautiful place. How much for do you charge?
If you want a vault next to hers, it's probably. Are you making a referral today?
Listen, I'm on a bit of a time crunch. Yes, certainly I'm making a referral. Can we please?
All right. And she scoots behind her. She pulls out a small stack of papers. All right. What's your name?
My name is the following name. It is Jill Jakenhall.
All right. She starts spelling it out. She takes some time. She takes a few minutes. Okay, if you want to vault next to theirs, it's gonna be a 500 gold down deposit.
Yes.
500 gold is a lot.
Yes.
What about a mini vault? Just for a few.
It's gonna be a different location, not mine.
Five. We're stealing from her. Oh, it's gonna be a lot of money there. Should I just?
We have no idea.
You want a smaller safety deposit boxes? She goes into the sizes. There's 2x4x1. There's
How about-
1x1x17. And she just starts listing off numbers.
They're all the deposit is 500.
Essentially, you can get a cheap safety deposit box for $10 or for 10 gold pieces.
Oh, and then I could get at least past that, and then.
You could get to another section of the vault, yes.
Oh, but
You
nearby.
couldn't get- yeah, because her vault is a higher security vault. So you can get into one section of the bank, but they're going to go deeper into the bank.
Yeah. Okay. How? Like.
You can at
Okay.
least get
I'm
past
sorry.
the first door.
I know everyone else is really good at D&D, and they have like these big, like they know they have the baseline of like 500. Is 500 like how much is like the arcane engine?
You
cost?
guys got paid for your job, I believe, 2,000 gold, right?
Oh, so 500 is that much?
It was like 8 sessions worth of money.
Oh, okay. No, I'll do a 10 GP. Yeah.
Okay.
No, I have 10 GP
You
on
at
me.
least get past the main vault door. In my mind, there's 3 sections of this bank. There's the general kind of vault that Hadal did the tour around. There's a second chamber and a third chamber. So you can get into the first chamber. You guys are led down to the big vault door, and Miwo's carrying like my first bank account pamphlets in his hands, and has like a shiny gold key. And you guys stand in line and you wait in this area, and this big vault door in front of you eventually gets shifted open. And after your papers are checked, they enter in. A person in the front says, "All right, this is vault number 1. Any small security boxes, any general bank account questions can happen in here." You see you see vaults, like little drawers just lining the walls of this tall tower. And there's ladders that go up to different sections. And there's even a couple of clerks behind desks that are helping some other people out. It looks like this is where general banking goes. Anybody with Vault 2 or Vault 3, please continue on to the other side of the room. And at the other end of the room, there is another vault door. It's much smaller. And there's a security guard standing in front checking papers. Hadal, you know that your vault is in the second chamber.
Okay, I go there.
Scarletta.
I'm using the cantrip message.
Scarletta or Hadal. Are you gonna be okay?
I certainly hope so, but I have no way of knowing.
You don't have a message, right? Okay, so I'll periodically check in.
I'll periodically check in.
Good. Thank you, Jill Jakenhall.
Is that the captain's voice?
Good.
I don't remember anymore.
I'm Ron Burgundy.
I don't know what I'm doing.
You get to the second guard to vault number 2. He's checking papers, and Miwo, you go over to your box. You got the 1x1x17 box, so you just pull out this long drawer that comes all the way out. You think there's been some sort of mistake, possibly?
I put a rapier blade in there.
Yeah. You could just stack coins just in a row.
Cool. I'll put all my jelly beans in there. Take that.
Okay. Hadal, you get into the second vault, and you are
Awesome.
you get to the actual vault door itself. It says like 246 on it, right? And it's a larger vault. It looks like a door to a room, and you have your key in your hand, and you're about to put it in when you hear somebody scream inside the room, "Everybody freeze! This is a robbery."
My jelly
This
beans.
is a person inside this inner
Vault
vault.
number 2.
And I'm in the vault, and
Yeah.
that person's in the vault, and there's a guard in the vault.
Yeah, imagine when I say vault, I'm saying like the inside of like a tower. You're inside this like rounded room that stretches up really high. There's a couple of guards in there, and you are 2 vault doors deep into this bank.
Where's Vault 1 relative to Vault 2?
I imagine them to be like if here's Vault 1, it goes like Vault 2 and then Vault 3. So like here's the entrance to the bank, and you go in to the Vault 1, and then you go into the second one, and then third's all the way in the back.
Cool. Do I hear it? Do I hear this?
The door is closed, and Hadal, you're in there with about, I would say 10 other people.
Including the robber and the 2 guards?
Yes.
Okay.
Excuse me, can I open up a 5?
Wait, what? I'm
Are you
misunderstanding.
going back to the front desk?
Is a 5? Is it? I'm so silly, but is a deposit mean you get the money back?
No, that's what it costs to to open up to buy the box.
What's the closure fees?
Well, you can go back and talk to the woman up at the front desk if you want. We can role play the whole setup of your account.
Maybe you should take a tour.
Go on. I want to ask them about their freaking Roth IRAs. What they kind of. Anyway.
Okay, yeah. You go up to that. There is a small desk there, and there's like an older woman who's sitting there. Yes. How can I help you?
Do you have any jelly beans I can put in my?
You want some candy? I think I have something in my purse over here. If you're feeling peckish.
Oh, thank you, kind sir. Okay, I'll be seeing you.
I go back to my vault. Sorry.
Yeah, you got a handful of jelly beans. I would really. Where's Colin at?
Colin is no more. He has ceased to be. He is Peen, I think.
The bank vault opens up, and pools of blood rush out, Miwo, as you are just standing in your vault, and everyone has died in that room a horrible death, and including your friend Hadal. It's been horrible.
Oh.
It's traumatic.
And then
Real shame. Real shame that.
I snap out of it. My neck. No, that's what's the word?
Yeah.
Colin, you okay? Do you want? There's blood pooling outside the vault too.
No.
No, I think you guys are playing. You just have blood-filled freaking balloons, and you're just tossing them about, having a good time. Vault number 2 party. Woo! We got it.
Miwo, I would say that after kind of talking with the lady about the jelly beans, you might look around, having finished your banking business, and you can see that the guards give each other, like the guards on either side of your vault, kind of like listen down into their ear and then kind of like give each other like nervous looks and start to get on edge a little bit.
Okay, and I pick up on this.
Yeah, I'll say you pick up on that.
Okay, a lot has changed since you've been gone.
What changed?
I'm emo now.
Oh, okay. All right. Okay, so the person who said this is a robbery, what do they look like?
Yeah, you look over and you see a kind of sleeker looking tiefling. They've got pale light skin, but they have red eyes, 2 horns still around. They've got tattoos on them. They look real bad. And then you see another person kind of going around where everybody's standing by their vault doors, by their safety box doors. You see another kind of person put their hood back a little bit, and they've got long pointy ears, and they're kind of squat, about the size of a dwarf, but they have kind of like goblinoid features to them. All right, open them up, everyone, come on. And the tiefling says, if everyone behaves, this can go smoothly. We're not looking to hurt anyone if we don't have to. All we require is, of course, access to your vaults, each and every one of you.
So, as far as I can tell, there's 2 people that are in part of this little gang.
As far as you can tell right now.
And then what are the guards doing?
The guards are, they've pulled out like crossbows and are aiming them at everyone. And the guards in here pull out their swords and start locking the doors behind them. Kind of locking things down, and they take pieces of the vault off, and they hold them up kind of as like a bracing shield. Like imagine like you grabbed some sort of beam off of the vault, you kind of disconnected part of the door that helps it open, and now you're using it as kind of like a giant baton shield. And so they have these swords in like the part of the bank vault they're actually holding on to and protecting themselves. And the character looks around at the guards and says, no, friends, I don't think this is sort of anything that we need to get worried about. I think we'll all be fine if we just behave. And he says that last word with a little bit of weight. As a fellow magic user, you kind of feel it ripple through. All right, now if everybody would listen to my colleague, please just open up your vaults, and we'll make this quick.
And are all of the other patrons, do they just seem like they're just like scared that they're about to go with it?
There's a small group in the center that's like, we don't have vaults in this room. And there's like a group of probably, if there's 10 people in this room, there's probably like 3 other people that are like, oh, we have vaults in the other room. And they're kind of standing in the middle, not sure what to do. And it's the 2 of them are going around. One's kind of standing in the middle, kind of looking out. And the other kind of squat figure is going around and like, poking people with the crossbow that he's pulled out. Kind of getting them to go, and behave and open up their doors.
Hadal, I got a deal on more jelly beans, but I'm afraid to go back to that man because he might be asking me about the Rothor IRA.
I guess be like Miwo, the fucking Vault 2 is being robbed as we speak. And I'm gonna attack the tiefling.
By you?
Actually, how about also if I can talk to him briefly as a free action before I start my assault. I'm gonna be like, get more guards, tell them there's a robbery in progress. And then I'm gonna cast a spell on that tiefling leader guy.
All right, go for it.
Okay, so this is one of those that I got from that this is a homebrew spell. So let me just tell you what it is. It's called Upwell. It says you cause a sudden surge of water that launches a target within range up to 30 feet in the air. If the target's unwilling, then make a strength saving throw. And they take some bludgeoning damage, and then presumably they would take bludgeoning damage when they hit the ground again.
That's sick.
So how tall is this room?
It's a very tall tower.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, I would say it's probably like I'm trying to look like maybe 50 feet tall.
Oh, okay. I was thinking either way, he's going to smack into the ceiling really hard.
What kind of save do I need to make?
Strength.
Let me pull up some stats. Let me pull up some stats.
That's a good one. What a fucking guy, though. That's funny.
Okay. Strength. Oh, excellent. He sucks at that. Okay.
You sure, dude? What if they're like level 17?
What am I gonna do? Just let them take shit?
Yes. It's not our shit.
Some of it is going to be my shit.
While you look up this stuff, can I what is the mechanism by which the vault opens? Is it like a big thing?
Yeah, like a big ship wheel.
There's a big ship wheel.
Mm-hmm.
I like the theme. That's cool. That's cute.
Mm-hmm.
I've
spent a lot of time thinking about it.
A lot of time. I think
Fails. Strength throw, by the way. Keep going.
Excellent. Okay, so he's going to take. Hold up. Oh, come on. So he's going to first take 6 bludgeoning damage and fly up in the air, and then it's just like a burst. It doesn't hold him up. So he's going to fly up and he's going to fall down.
All right, so go ahead and roll damage. How far in the air does he get?
30 feet. So I think when he hits the ground, I think he takes another 3d6.
Yeah, 3d6.
So 20 total.
All right. So he would have to roll a concentration check, I believe. Is command a concentration spell?
I don't know.
You know?
Find out. One moment.
I think maybe no, because they just have to do that one command. But
Yeah,
if it takes them 8 hours to do it, maybe it is.
No, it's not.
Oh, okay, yeah. I thought you were calming their emotions.
No, he wanted him to behave.
Just behave.
Behave. Oh, behave.
Hey, yeah, that's the one. That's the one.
That's the one he said. Okay. So he takes 20 points of damage.
Get in my belly.
The guards are like, "Hey, everyone! We shouldn't fight each other. You know, we should. You know, be nice, everyone. I don't want to have to tell on anyone." And the guard or the tiefling flies up in the air. Giant spout of water bursts from under his feet. Oh! And he smacks onto the ground. Do a perception check.
Oh.
Yeah. It's fucking 27.
Take that.
Okay. You notice that there is one person in the middle that's grouped with Vault 3, and 2 other people going up to doors right now that don't have keys, that are more focused on looking around the room right now rather than even what's going on with him getting spouted up. Like whenever he gets spouted up, their instinct is to look around at who's doing it.
Oh.
Okay.
Okay. Go ahead and roll initiative.
19.
18. Okay. Theater of the Mind. New map.
This is
You're in a bay. No. Imagine the water is the bank vault area that you can fight in. It's not a perfect circle. So sue me. Let me put you in there. And okay, you got a 19. They got a 14. So you go first. You look around, you see the tiefling sprawled onto the ground, surprised, starting to sit up and look around at whoever just did that. I can't hear you. I can't hear you.
So wait, I'm sorry. What did you say? They're looking around to see who did that.
Yeah. They're on the ground in front of you. Imagine that you're probably 20 feet away from them right now.
Okay. Well.
In that.
So if I clocked those guys looking around for the source of aggression, I assume that I can conclude that there's more than just the two aggressors here.
Yeah, possibly. You know that there's two people that don't seem very surprised by a counter assault.
Okay. And the guards are just fucking not gonna help, apparently.
Well, they're behaving.
Yeah, okay. That's pretty vague, but
Oh.
it seems all right. I'm going to polymorph myself into a giant ape.
Yeah, take that.
Fuck yeah, dude. Giant ape's so fun, dude.
Okay, you big monkey boy now.
It's like 100 more HP.
I think there will be no question of who's doing the magic now.
I'm gonna keep adding some more people in, but I'm gonna throw.
No, you had a map going.
Yeah, sorry.
Oh, I see. We're in this ocean.
It's ocean themed, so that makes sense.
Yeah, everything's ocean themed. Bright red circle is the tiefling guy. We'll just use that.
Okay.
Drow token as. And then I'll add some more people in here as we go along. But imagine that this guy down here is that goblin-y looking dwarf. The guys at the top and bottom are the guards. And I'll say that this area over here is kind of the entrance to Vault 3. This is one guy standing around, and there will be more in here as well.
Okay.
You're a giant ape.
Yeah, I'm assuming that I can't do anything. I'm not going to move any closer, so I guess that's my turn.
Okay, you just want to turn into a giant ape.
So just.
I mean, I would love to do more things, but I can't do more things after I've cast a spell, I don't think.
So you're
Besides
just
move.
gonna turn into a giant ape?
Like you don't have a bonus action?
I mean, I don't think the giant ape does.
Oh, okay. All right. So then it will be his turn. He's going to get up and look around at whoever did that. Obviously you're a giant ape now. So he's going to make the connection real quick. He's going to command the goblin dwarf to that's his name, Goblin Dwarf, by the way. Goblin Dwarf. To make an attack on you. And this guy's going to come over and he's going to make a couple of slashes on you as a giant ape. How do you like
Them apples.
these apples?
Yeah.
Basically, everything hits on this guy.
12, right?
Okay, he rolled 2 10s.
That doesn't-
Total?
Well, he had 2 attacks and each one was a 10.
Then actually those miss.
Okay. Look at
Hey.
that.
Hey, DM.
Mm-hmm.
Since Hadal just had alerted me about that, about Miwo, Is this is happening right after that, right? Like immediately.
Yeah. So why don't you go ahead and roll initiative too, and then we'll cut to you on your turn.
Oh, okay. Sure.
Yeah, we'll cut to you right now. Actually, we'll just say that you go after Hadal, and then or you go after the bad guys. So go Hadal, bad guys, you.
Hey, and also, I assume Val did come with us and waited around outside, so at least I don't know if the sending stones work in such a way that the whole party hears.
Would she be 120 feet away from me?
I didn't know she came with you, so that's a question for Val. Val, if you did go along with them, let's say you did, where would you have been this whole time?
I would have been buying fine grit sandpaper somewhere nearby.
Okay. So probably not 150 feet away
The
from
finest grit sandwich.
Wait,
Only
but
the finest.
I can use
Only
a
the
cell
finest.
phone inside. It's not weird that people have cell phones at the bank, right?
Sorry.
That sounds cool.
Is that the range? The range of the cell phones is only 120 feet.
No, that was my message.
No, it's planar. Like it's. Oh,
Oh,
it
yeah,
can
you-
hit any. It can hit Africa. Yeah.
It's got great reception on it.
I'll call Val really quick.
Okay.
You just
yeah.
Huh?
You just say something. You don't have to like call her and wait for her to be like, "Hello."
I'm broke.
Hello?
But that's
I'm
not
a
how it
method
works. You can just say it. You can just say what the
Send me a message.
But you've got Miwo.
But that's not how.
Go for Miwo.
That's not
Which one?
the phone thing. The phone. It's
Press
not
3 for more information.
No, it's just like a little
It's
earpiece.
called a
That cast
cell
sending.
phone.
Yeah, but it's also just a magic item that we give a silly name to.
All right, fine.
Well, this is Miwo. There's trouble in the bank. I'll try to help Scarletta or Hadal out, but if you can send reinforcements. Thank you. Hello, are you there? I don't know how to
Yep,
Bye.
I'm on it.
Okay. And can I peruse? So I'm in Vault 1, right?
Yeah.
And there's guards there.
Yeah, there's a guard.
Guard?
Kind of similar setup. Imagine a clock. There's a guard at 12 o'clock and 6 o'clock, and that's where the entrance and exit to each vault is. So Vault 2 is at 12 o'clock, the door right there. The vault to get out to the main part of the bank that you were just in is at 6 o'clock. There's a guard on either side.
Okay.
And there's just, probably 20 people in this room just getting access to safety deposit boxes.
20 or so? Okay.
Yeah.
Oh, man. Okay. And then who has true sight? Did we from our intel? It was just like a thing that.
The guards have an ability to detect illusions. The guards do.
Oh, man. Okay. Well, I'm going to try to cast blindness on both the guards.
Okay. Yeah, go for it. What do I need to do on my end?
You where the fuck is it? It says Constitution save. This is pretty low. 13.
Okay. Okay. 1 second. Constitution save of 13 on both of them. The one at 6 o'clock, the one that leaves out of that leads to the main area of the door is not blinded, but the one at 12 o'clock starts panicking. Oh, hey, I can't see. And the other guard at the opposite end of the room starts to cast a spell. And it looks like he's looking around the room and he's casting a spell right now. What do you do in this situation?
Oh. Sorry, it was frozen for a second. Did you say something important?
Oh no, I just said that their reaction in that room is that they're going to start casting a spell, and he's looking around the room. So he's detecting magic in the area, and then we'll cut back to Hadal unless there's anything else Miwo wants to do.
No, I think that is all. Yep. That's all.
Okay. Okay, so Hadal, we're back to you, and this goblin dwarf is coming up and trying to cut you, and he's like, "This is the last thing I need today." And the other figure is now back on its feet, and is getting ready to cast a spell. It's your turn.
Is the goblin guy, does he seem to be with him? Because when you said command, did you mean he was magically commanded, or he was just ordered?
He's kind of a minion of this guy.
Okay. He's with the bank robbers.
He's with the guy. The main guy seems to be the ringleader, kind of telling him what to do. You know, go around, get the vaults open and everything.
Okay, I'm gonna fucking make 2 fist attacks on him.
Okay, go for it.
I fist him. Damn it. 15 and 18.
Okay. The 18 hits.
Okay.
Oh.
Sorry, I'm trying to figure out the dice roller now that it's a little bit different. How does this work?
Hey, I'm sorry. I should ask this on my turn, but I don't know.
Okay.
Does reaction work on your? How is the order of things? Is like action, bonus action. Again, on your turn, can you still do a reaction?
Reactions are not on your turn. They're like on somebody else's turn.
So like right now when those the guards were almost blinded, one of them didn't make the save. If I cast silvery barbs, or can I use silvery barbs as a reaction at that time, or that's not right?
I guess
I
if
think
they
it's
were
built that
to
way so you
roll
can't do it on
something
yourself.
that were to hit you, I believe.
Okay.
It's meant to be on other people, so that's why it's a reaction, I think.
So yeah, if he like makes the save eventually against your blindness, you could silvery barbs him, I believe, to keep him blind. Is that right?
Yeah, on that, but he couldn't do it on the guy that just made the save a second ago.
Okay, yeah.
Okay, I do 32 bludgeoning.
All right.
Off one punch?
Yeah.
Dang.
It's 3d10.
Holy shit.
Damn.
Cool.
All right. Okay, here we go. He gets smashed down. He takes a beating, and he's going to try to shoot you with the crossbow. And it's not going to hit. It's just, maybe the crossbow's broken. He looks down after that hit. We're going to need bigger guns. And the tiefling in the circle says, no, we just need smaller enemies. I need you to go ahead and make it's a save. And
about to get reducted, dog. So you'll still be large, I think.
Yeah, he's currently huge.
You'll be halved in all dimensions.
What's the saving throw?
Sorry, it is a Constitution saving throw.
I failed.
With the monkey stats? Monkey got good
Yeah, with
con.
these stats, I still got an 8.
Monkey.
Okay,
Yeah, little monkey.
you are a normal monkey size. Probably slightly bigger than people would be comfortable around because monkeys are already dangerous.
But do you know what that does to my stats?
Let's
It
just.
makes your weapon die drop like
Oh,
if
yeah,
it was
sorry.
a 10. So maybe it's like 3d8 for a punch
It
now.
says 1d4 less damage.
All right.
Oh, that's
Yeah, that's kind of why I always thought that reduce and enlarge is not very effective for a lot of things.
Yeah, why don't you just roll damage in half it?
I mean, you want, yeah, I will, but
What did he say? It was 4?
it's just 1d4 less.
Minus 1d4.
That sucks.
Yeah.
Half.
No, in this case, I'm very glad it's that way, but that's also why I've never really used the spell. Is because
Well, let's say like if you guys were to cast it, if you double the size of something, I want you to like do double the damage on a melee at least, you know?
Yeah.
well, you don't
Careful
double
what
the
you
size.
wish.
They just
Yeah.
go up one size
for
I
sure.
don't
or whatever.
to have fun. I've never used the spell for this
He's
reason.
a Gary guy. Guys.
What would make this spell fun for everyone?
In this case, it would be.
Well, yeah, in this case. Okay. So let's just do minus 1d4, even though it's lame. But in the future, would double and
doubling if
half
you're
damage
large,
be fun?
Does anyone even have it?
A normal attack, is just like normally one dice roll. So like, why not just another dice roll? Because it's not really that significant. If your normal
Okay.
damage is like a single D8, and just doing another D8 is not really that big of a difference, but it's certainly a lot more fun than a D4. D4 is my least favorite dice to roll.
Because
Yeah.
it's pointing and hurts.
Why don't we do this? It adds or subtracts one damage dice to a melee.
Yeah, that makes sense.
Does that sound good? So he reduced you, so it would just be you just did 3d10. Now it would just be 2d10.
What if you have 1d10? You have no damage?
And it just halves.
Yeah, then you just don't do it. Then you just do your strength modifier, I guess.
What's a d5, dude?
Because if you're super tiny, you won't be able to
It's a
hurt
D10
people.
and then you half it.
He just cut it.
If it's a melee attack, if it's a spell, I don't think it's affected.
Yeah, that makes sense. Because
Does that sound cool? So you just want to take away one d10 of your 3d10?
I don't want to, but I will.
Chill.
Is that fair? Do you think? Does that sound more of like what you imagine the spell working like?
Yeah, I long term, I don't know. I think you'd have to think about it more because, like, obviously,
All right, let's just minus 1d4.
Yeah.
Just roll a d4. That's your punishment for being slow.
I'll do the D10. I just mean,
No.
I don't know.
No. Let's talk about it for another hour.
Hey, me in the middle. Me in the middle.
In terms
Yeah,
of
yeah.
deciding forever what the rule will be, I don't think that this is we should decide that what it will be forever. But I'm fine with it being D10 right now.
Okay. Well, I don't want to be lame.
No, it's all good. Okay.
So you are now reduced in size. And he gives a sharp whistle, and two more people in the crowd are going to try to run over and attack you. And they're going to roll very low and very good. So a natural 1 and then a natural 20. So one person manages to hit you, and they take what looks like a cane, and it has a point at the end, and they just kind of jab it into your side. You're gonna take 8 points of damage for that.
And
they're going to start surrounding you and trying to no, he's gonna run away and try to fix his crossbow out of your reach. And this guy's going to back away and tell the guards, now this can't be allowed. And the guards look at one at each other and say, yeah, you're not supposed to be doing this, sir. Sir, monkey, you really have to change back. We're going to have to ask you to leave. And the tiefling turns to one person particular, and he says something to them. He pulls up a knife to them, and he starts talking to them specifically and kind of pointing in their face, and is pushing them towards a door. So he's looking like he's trying to set the distraction, get everybody focused in on that, while he turns around to somebody specific and walks up to them, and is talking to them with a knife out.
And he's pushing them toward a specific safety deposit box door. Is that what you mean?
Yeah.
Okay.
Now it's back to Miwo.
Yeah. So when how did when I saw the vault open before a few times, I went outside the vault before this happened, talked to the other person, then came back in. How did the vaults open and close?
Oh no. There's a clerk inside the vault as well. In this
okay.
one, there's like if you need to do a little more like private business or do something specific, there's a small clerk in this one.
Very small clerk. Okay.
Yeah, very, very smart lady. Her name is Agnes.
Agnes. Okay. Agnes. How did the vaults open?
The vaults have a rotating wheel, and when that wheel is rotated, it contracts these two other pieces that kind of have these beams that come down and they unlock on one section, and on the other section they pivot up, and they act like a what do you want to call that? Not a lock, but like a hinge kind of, and they stick it to the ground. The guards can take off one of those hinges and use it as like a baton.
But any creature can just turn the mechanism and open the vault?
No, there's a guard in front of it that keeps you from turning it.
What if they're blind? Right. Yeah. Then.
Yeah, if they're blind, go for it.
Okay, I'm gonna go ahead and try to open the vault. Sneakily.
All right.
Very.
Go ahead and make a strength check.
Oh, you're. Whew. Yeah, you don't know who you're dealing with. Yeah. That's actually that great. Ooh, that's a 20. Yeah. That's not that great. 24. Yeah, 20. No, 22. 22.
Okay. It takes a lot to get it open. You unlock this end of the vault and you start to pull it open, and you realize that like something's grinding in place. Like there's a piece missing on the other side that one of the guards took that is not allowing this to open very easily. It's gonna take all your effort just to kind of start moving this thing. So the guards, whenever they're in this room and something bad happens, their reaction is to take apart the door so it can't open. Right. Then that's essentially them locking it because now they have the piece on them. On the other side of this door, one of the guards has done that. So one of the two locking pieces of this door has been removed. And so it's harder to open. It's not impossible. With a good strength roll, again, you can do it. But you've just now got to the door and you've started opening it. You're doing a good job, but it's probably going to take another turn or two to kind of keep pulling this door open.
Okay. All right. And as a bonus action, I'll give myself inspiration, and pop in a little freaking what are those things called? Alpha horror. Okay, a little alpha horror. You know what I'm saying?
Okay.
Those little pastries. You know what I'm talking about? Anybody? Yeah, Roxanne. Is she? Yeah. No. H.
She's more cultured than I am.
She's very cultured.
Nah, I got nothing.
Only the very most cultured people have heard of these.
Okay. Now that you're in there, you're a giant 8. You've got 3 people on you right now, harrying you, kind of trying to push you back and keeping you in place. You see one person's fixing their crossbow, putting it back in there, bleeding. They kind of wipe it away. Keep him there. I've always wanted one for my wall. And the tiefling person is very motivated in the other end of the room, working on somebody specific right now. The 2 guards are coming over. Hey guys, come on, really, let's all settle down and just get along with each other, all right? We can probably work this out. You're over there, you're not so giant ape.
Okay, is it my turn?
Yeah.
Okay. So normally the giant ape has an ability called
I was hoping you'd do this.
it's just called rock.
Yep. You throw a rock.
I think in my mind I read that as rock throw, but it's just called rock. But it's a ranged weapon attack. So I'm assuming that would normally mean I pick up a rock and throw it, but in this case, is there anything that I can pick up and throw?
You got a vault door that's open.
Rip a vault drawer out and throw that at people.
Yeah, just frisbee that thing across the room.
Oh, yeah, it's
Throw
one of
one of the
awkward
ones that's
shaped
1 by 3 by
Yeah.
17.
Yeah.
It's a dirty 20.
Okay, who are you throwing it at?
I'm throwing it at that tiefling.
With the
Okay.
hostage.
How much range does rock have on it?
I think it's pretty good.
50 feet.
20. There you go.
Okay, go ahead and make a ranged spell or a ranged attack on it then.
Yeah, well, it is dirty 20 to hit.
Dirty 20 to hit. Okay, we'll say that does it. It's a long throw. It's a good frisbee toss though. Go ahead and roll damage.
And is this going to be reduced because I'm reduced?
I would imagine.
It's 7d6. So what should I reduce it by?
I would say by 7d6.
I'm telling you, just drop it a damage dice. So make it 7d4.
Man,
or something.
imagine you reduce that by 1d4. How stupid is that?
But I think that's why it's hard to generalize, because if your normal damage dice is a d8, then a d4 is kind of significant for your overall damage output. And it also means that, the bigger you are, the bigger deal it is to be reduced, and vice versa.
Yeah, I want to make something that makes sense, like half
whatever
the
the big guy's damage is, you've got 3d10 for your big punch. Your lesser big punch should be a damage dice lower, so it should be 3d8.
I think
is what I'm arguing for.
I think that makes the most sense in terms of scaling, because if your normal dice is like 1d8, 1d6 is worse, but not.
Okay, so you're saying in this situation, instead of rolling 7d6, you would roll 7d4?
Yeah, that's my argument, or that's what I think it should be.
That's fun. You still get to roll 7 dice.
It's still significant. Yeah, you still get to roll 7 dice, but they're just.
Well, wait.
D4s.
When this spell goes, now with throwing this right, if it enlarges and reduces, it goes one size class.
Yes.
So what determines the classes? Like how much bigger is one class than the other? Because then it should be proportional to that, the damage.
Large is basically 10 by 10. Huge is 15 by 15. So he was huge.
It
So
says
it's
in
pretty
spell
big.
that you go down by one category. It says all dimensions are halved, but it also says one category less. So if I was huge, now I'm large.
Okay, but if the difference is like 25%, then I'd say the damage should be 25% different, and it shouldn't be. It should be like you roll your shit and then you do the proportional difference between the size.
Oh, I see.
So if that's what you're saying, if it's 15 to 10 and then 10 to 5 or whatever.
Yeah, I think that makes sense. Just taking a quarter off of the total damage, whatever it is.
Okay.
More math.
Yeah, try that. See what. Just roll it. See what that would be.
7d6 divided by 4.
34. So what's 25% of 34?
I didn't sign up for this much math.
34
I'm
by
almost
4.
there. It's like 9.
What?
5, so 34 minus 25 and a half, so 25 or
25 bludgeoning damage.
Sounds great. All right, an impressive hit as the door flings across, and as they get the vault door open, it slams into them, kind of completely opening that vault door and slamming both of these figures into the vault that they just opened up. You just hear screams from a darkened room as they enter into the vault or into their safety deposit room. Okay, it is their turn unless you have any other thing you want to do.
No, but I just want him to make a con save to see if I stay reduced.
Ooh, okay. Yeah, thank you. So what do they need to roll?
A Constitution saving throw, and then I don't know how that works for making.
It's half the total damage. So you did 25.
Total
You gotta
damage.
beat
So that was 25 points of damage, you said? So 12? Yeah. They need to roll over a 12 or 12 and over?
Yeah.
Yes. They need to hit 12 to maintain.
Okay, they keep it.
Okay.
All right. Now it is their turn. Okay, the guy's going to fix his crossbow and shoot it at you. Now, how would HP work? You know, does HP just change at all, or does it not change?
It doesn't say that it does.
Yeah, it doesn't say. You think it would, right? Or armor class or something?
Wait,
anyway.
for polymorph?
No, for enlarge reduce.
Yeah.
Oh, right.
You know,
I thought it did.
There's a lot of things wrong with this great idea of a spell.
Guys, let's write a whole damn blog about
right. Let's fix it. Let's spend the rest of the night fixing
let's
this.
Let's make a subclass.
There should be one for humanoids and one for beasts.
Yeah, let's show Wizards of the Coast what they're dealing with. Okay, a couple of people are going to make attacks on you. They're just going to start hacking away. The most is a 15 to hit you. The second most is a 12.
They both hit.
Okay. You're going to take 15 points of damage from those two hits. And then,
do you make saves, Colin?
That's what you get on your turn. And now we're back to Miwo.
Colin, do you have to save?
Y'all, what?
Do you have to concentration save?
Oh, yes, I do.
In your wild shape? Or no, this is polymorph.
Polymorph, yeah, I'm pretty sure I fit.
Oh, that's right. You can't be giant ape.
Wait, what did they hit me for?
15.
And so either way, it's
7 each. So then I make 2 rolls, 1 for each 7, right?
Well, yeah. No. You got to make the minimum is a 10. You have to beat. If the damage is less than, if you're taking 5 damage, you still got to beat.
Yeah, I just combined 2 rolls. Sorry.
Okay, I passed.
Okay. You're still a good size ape.
Big monkey.
Healthy.
That was a little Ursher on that first one.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I didn't want that.
Like the music video.
Okay. What's Val up to right now? Did Miwo ever end up reaching out to Val?
Yes.
Yeah, could I have made it to the bank by now? And could I have called Sinclair? Do I have a cell
Yeah,
phone?
so you walk in, and it's shortly after you kind of rush into the bank that they start closing the outside doors. And you just see people making movements, but you don't see any sort of announcement or anything. You kind of get there in the nick of time to kind of get in. You get on the cell phone, and you call Miwo, and it's starting to lock up around you now.
Well, Miwo asked for reinforcements. I would have tried to call Sinclair or someone from the ship. I don't know if they can get here in a reasonable amount of time.
kind of like a quarter of the way across town. You're not going to really... Sinclair wouldn't really be
I
the
can
most...
be there in 120 rounds of combat. Or
Yeah.
I know. Oh, yeah.
Sinclair might be able to meet you at the bank after it's all over, but the situation right now...
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
I guess I would have just like called on the way, like, it's gone tits up. Meet us there. Hopefully we're alive.
Oh, yeah. Fuck.
Still better that. Maybe he could intercept them when they're trying to escape the bank.
Tits up, 8 times down.
That's right. That's the
Um,
one.
Is the entrance to the vaults blocked off now?
Yeah, it's for sure closed. You're kind of out in like the general area with all the clerks and everything on the desk. Lines of people, and on the far end of this hall is the big vault.
I have Naughty with me, I'll say.
Okay. Naughty's just like walking kind of calmly behind you, just kind of standing there. Pull out the cell phone.
Can I try and open or have Naughty open the main vault door, or the...
Yeah, you'd
like,
have to
entrance
cross
to
a
the vault?
crowded room with guards all around. It's like a big vault like door. Like it's probably like 15 feet tall, big circle door.
I'll go over to the main door, and whatever guards are standing there, like, open it up, my friends are in there.
So, miss, there's no one allowed inside the vault right now. There's been some technical difficulties that we're working out. Bank business should presume in maybe an hour.
There's people trapped in there. They've gotten a hold of me. You've got to let me in.
No, don't worry. There's emergency exits. Nobody ever gets trapped inside the vaults. Listen, your friends, if they're in there, they're fine. Don't need to worry about it. We have plenty of guards. They'll be on the scene soon.
I'll give you one more chance before I start having this guy open the door for me, and I'll just have Naughty, like,
Yeah.
step
Go ahead and roll
closer.
an intimidation check.
So I'm visualizing this right. So Val and Naughty are trying to open a vault door where inside Miwo is also opening a separate vault door to get to Hadal as the monkey.
Yes, everybody's trying to open vault doors right now to Hadal.
Sweet.
Is Hadal trying to open a nice vault door?
To get to
He
the
should be.
magic
He's a big, giant, strong guy.
where all the good shit is.
Intimidation +0.
Intimidation.
Vault doors, they don't have like keys or combinations.
14.
Just a door.
It's just a door, dude.
Just doors.
They got freaking 14, but they can't figure out blocks.
Yeah, they only know how to make the one big one. So the rest of them are just come as you are. You can just really open up any vault you want in there.
It was a 14 for intimidation.
Okay. He doesn't seem very intimidated by you pressing your way in. Ma'am, listen, I understand you want to get inside the bank vault to presumably help your friends, but we have a bit of a situation happening right now, and we don't need another one happening right here. And he kind of looks around you, and he kind of like nods to two other people kind of in your direction. They come over, and one person tries to put their hand on you and kind of shift you away from there.
Sweet, touch her.
No, if anybody touches me, Naughty will attack.
Hands on.
So you just hear a metal tong as a fist just extends and clocks this guard on the side. Tong! And they stumble away from you, taking their hand off of you. And Naughty just resumes their stance behind you. What the hell? All right. You're arrested.
You.
Assaulting an officer inside of the a bank.
I didn't assault you. I warned you, if anything. I tried to help.
All right, all right. I need you to go to the back room with us. You're under arrest.
Does it seem like they're in on this plan that they just don't care at all that there's a bank robbery in progress?
It seems like their job is to keep the vaults locked and keep anything from happening. If it's all within the vault, nothing can happen as long as it's all locked in. So their plan is to keep it locked down right now.
I see.
Does that make sense?
Yeah, I just don't think it's going to work out that way.
Yeah, who knows? We'll see. They take apart the doors. I mean, right now there's no way to get out of this situation without going through a couple of locked doors right now, and then they have more guards on the way entering the scene.
How are they entering?
Well, you haven't seen them enter yet.
Guard doors. They have emergency exits too, so they got all
We
kinds
got
of.
emergency exits, baby. Did you not just hear what this guy said? All right.
You know what? They have one advantage over us. They're not the DM.
That's true.
We're not the DM.
All right.
It's just like it's one or two guards here, and then the rest are just clerks.
Yeah, a lot of them are clerks. There's plenty of guards in this room, but where you're at right now, you've got 3 guards on you. 2 were trying to get you away. 1 was watching the door. But you can see that off in the distance, there's large groups of guards converging together. They kind of seem to be talking to one another, not necessarily focused on the door right at this moment, but they're not too far away from you. You're about to be interacting with a bunch of guards, though, if you keep this up.
Oh. I don't want another dino situation. I'll cell phone Miwo, like, they're not letting us in, but there's a lot of guards coming down some emergency exit. Just keep pressing forward.
All right, back to Hadal. You're in there. You've got a couple of people harrying you still, and yeah, a vault is open on the other side. Your vault no longer has a door on it. Once you unlocked it, you transformed into a giant ape, ripped it off, and threw it across the room.